Welcome everyone to Crit Eating Grin. This is a special origin story that we bring to you around Ye Olde Table. With me today, playing this special origin story, is two members of the Crit crew. To my left, we have...
My name is James, and I'll be playing Hopper Lucky Paw, Fenfarron, an investigator, and tracking some stuff down.
I'm Mariah. I'm playing Carrick, the Triton rogue, who could barely be bothered to even help these passengers. She's kind of tied up at the moment.
We're gonna win her over.
But,
We're gonna win her over.
You know, pique their interest a little bit. We'll see how it goes.
And joining us via the scrying spell over the interwebs, the gracious, amazing ladies of the Table Talk. Go ahead and introduce yourselves and plug all the things.
Okay. Hi, I'm Alejandra, one half of Table Talk. We are a TTRPG discussion podcast where we talk about literally everything that happens, both on the table and off the table, as well as like at the community as a whole. We invite lots of really cool guests on to basically hyperfixate with us. It's a really cool casual chat. You can find us on all our socials on Threads, TikTok, and Instagram at Table Talk RPG. The podcast itself can be found anywhere you get your podcast, just at Table Talk. And I'm playing Talia of the Deep, a, for all intents and purposes, cursed looking half-elf woman, glamour bard, as deadly as she is beautiful.
And hello, I am Mariah. I am the other half of Table Talk, and I am playing Neris, the Gloomstalker Ranger, who is a reborn, so we haven't figured that out yet as far as who killed her, but it's coming soon. And she was hired by our good friend Talia to track some people down.
Awesome. And I'm Eric, your humble GM or Grin Master, and let's dive right into the next chapter. So, as you all arrive to Megan's Landing, you are now exiting the Neptune's Revenge, as you are all confronted by a group of 4 town guards that are led by a regal human male in his mid-20s, dressed in fine garments, flashing a charming smile. He has short, stylish, golden blonde hair with piercing blue eyes. The guards that are with him are clearly identifiable with white and blue matching uniforms and various pieces of armor and weaponry. The human male steps forward as his sultry voice says, "Welcome to Megan's Landing. My name is Dagan Duvrian. I'm here on behalf of the Countess Whitley."
The Countess?
Correct. She has been expecting you and requests an audience. Dagan will be patiently waiting to escort you.
Hopper totally has changed from what he was wearing the night before. He's now in full, what you imagine are his work clothes. Tight leather armor that kind of grips his body. No capes, no cloaks. Lean. Shield strapped to his back. Can't quite see what the sword is in its scabbard. He's going to produce, using his background, a letter from who he was sent by, and produce it to Dagan. And he's going to say, these are friends that we met on the ship, but we all are here in official capacity. And this document that I have gains us access to places or individuals related to what we may be investigating. Okay. So hopefully we won't run into any issues with law enforcement here, as we are looking into something official that I can't quite discuss. This is for the Countess's eyes only.
Very well, so we'll say.
I will, as he's explaining all of this and going through a big rigmarole, walk up to Dagan and be like, normal meeting spot. I feel like I would know this person, right?
The Countess?
Not the Countess, Dagan.
You would know of him, but you never would have met him.
No.
Have I met him? Or know of
I'm
his
going.
mistress?
Here's how I'm going to play this. I will let you guys roll a history check.
Okay.
If you can score a ridiculously high number that I have, you would know some information
Fair.
about him.
I won't roll.
I don't think I know anything about this
18?
guy. I'm just doing this
Nah,
by
that's
rote.
too
My
on the
assumption
die.
was like if I had been in trouble before and like you know what I mean, like have been here
I
doing
would
bad
say-
stuff, I would have run into him before.
I would say that you would know who Countess, Whitley is.
Mm-hmm.
And you may have seen this person with him, but that's about it.
Okay.
18 is not quite enough. I would say the only thing that 18 will give you is that the name Duvrion sounds very familiar. Like it's kind of like, I've heard that before. Where have I heard that before? And it's gonna like eat at your brain until you can figure it out kind of vibe.
When he referred to like if the Countess is expecting us, was that like a full general us or directed at Hopper?
All of you. All four of you.
Oh,
You got it.
like they knew all of us were showing up.
Yeah, that's
Got it.
Yeah, I still.
I'll
put
just
on the
give
letter
like
thing,
a
sure,
little,
it's by
a
rote.
subtle glance over to Neris. But
And,
the effect of it is just like, who would have known that we were coming?
Where's the imp?
Well, it's your familiar now, Miss Talia.
I think he's invisible right now, probably
Yeah.
until further notice.
Exactly. That's good.
Yeah, Neris returns that look of like, who the hell is this?
Yeah.
He stands there and he's like looking at his nails a little bit, like he's really posh and like almost like arrogant noble, if you will. Very young, like I said, mid-20s.
At the edge of the ship, while I'm waiting for everybody to get, with the illusion of just kind of talking to this guy and handing out the letter, I'd love to scan down the dock
Sure.
and see if there's anybody watching the ship, knowing that they were expecting these imps to fly off and be
Okay.
found.
Make that'd probably be more of an investigation than a perception.
Okay. Oh, nope.
There's a lot of people.
I'm gonna message my imp, like telepathically,
Sure.
and tell him if you see, what is it, Clarifus?
Clarifus.
Clarifus.
You see Clarifus, you let me know and meet with me.
I will.
Subtly.
I will.
Good.
I'm just waiting for the ladies.
Yeah, I think like Neris, you see her debating a bit of like, do we try to give this man the slip or not? And I'm like, let's not make a scene.
Do we need to go now,
And so-
Megan, or can we?
If you have
Freshen
some
up.
business to attend to that doesn't take too long, the Countess doesn't like to be kept waiting too long,
What?
you can meet me. And he gives you directions to a small little slip that has basically a personal boat or whatever that'll take you to where you're supposed to go.
Oh, so it's her home is not in town.
He's going to look, and then you should be able to see the map on Roll20. Let me transform our screen for the viewers. Over here,
Oh, this is like Venice.
pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is weird.
Oh shit.
And
Or Blaketown in Lord of the Rings.
that's it. That's the inspiration. Whitley Manor will
Love
be
it.
at the top of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And he's going to give you directions, and I will ping down here. Is where he tells you
There we go.
when you're done with the business you have, you can meet him there.
Can you ping it one more time?
Sure can. All day. Let me get the right layer.
Oh, over
There
here.
we go. Yep.
So we're headed
Okay,
here,
cool.
Okay.
or we're here, or we're headed here.
I think we're
That's where you're going to catch the boat to go to
there.
Yes.
Whitley Manor.
Gotcha.
Whitley Manor is basically on top of a private island, the very top peak.
Okay.
It's
Where?
We arrived morning. Morning time?
You arrived morning-ish, yeah,
Okay.
like 9, 10-ish.
Where is the blue dragon?
That's a great question. The Blue Dragon is located right...
Did I miss that? What's the Blue Dragon?
It's
Do you guys know what the
something
Blue
I know.
Dragon is?
It's
You know
amazing.
this.
It's her like the next one.
Oh, here. It's right
Yep,
here.
the Blue Dragon.
So we could
is right
walk
there.
over there.
Yep.
I would prefer to go
Yeah.
to the blue dragon, check on my arrangement.
Sure.
Maybe grab
Yeah,
a
fair.
bite of food before we disembark,
Uh,
and maybe talk about how the hell they knew all 4 of us were here.
I gotta pop off to the bookshop real quick,
Agreed.
but I could come meet you guys there.
Sure.
Unless somebody wants to come with me to the bookshop. It should be a quick in and out.
Hopper, do I know, like, I know you spoke a little bit. Do I know that you're specifically pursuing, like, a grimoire?
Yeah, I think at this point we would have talked last night, and Hopper, he's a straightforward guy. Like he would have sat there and told you, like, hey, in order for us to be the most effective, I'm gonna put everything on the table.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Then I
yeah.
think whenever you mentioned that, I can come with you. I doubt what you're looking for is there, but I think you might need someone that might recognize what you're looking for.
Well, I would love to have someone as fine as you on my arm. Shall we go strolling? A little promenade down the boardwalk.
Sure, Hopper.
Giant
She's just
woman,
kind of
and
like,
a tiny
Yeah.
rabbit man.
1000%, like 3.5, 4 foot tall
On
rabbit.
your mom holding your hand.
And
but
7 foot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look like her pet bunny. Is what's gonna happen.
Hip hop, hippity hop. Neris, and I'm going to give you like a very in the eye, like I'm judging you. I'm looking to see your reaction. Can I trust you to be tight-lipped if you join me? Because if not, you're not welcome.
Okay.
And I think Daenerys just kind of gives you a look like, come on now.
Like we know thieves can't. I'm extending my trust to you.
Bish, please.
But in
Yeah,
thieves
right.
can't.
Right.
Sort of like, I wouldn't be where I am if I couldn't be discreet, my dear.
I mean, she doesn't blink, so I don't understand why you think that she's gonna open up her mouth. Either,
Right.
But that's fine.
Okay. Well,
He's not wrong.
I know that I could definitely use some backup. Everything that's been going on is non-typical. I'm not used to this level of privacy invasion or of surveillance by any means. I know you're not. You obviously seem like you're a kind of a keep to yourself kind of person, as am I, so it would be great to have you by my side if I can trust you, but know that this blade is fast.
Oh.
Like
You
I'm
saw
trying
how
to.
quickly I shoot arrows. I won't dignify that with a response.
Nice!
And scene.
We're gonna have to go to like a shooting out and like have a little like quick draw.
Yeah, exactly. I love this.
All right, so we have Talia and Hopper going to the Wayward
And
and
I'm sorry.
is with us.
I'm calling him thieves because I will not be.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Okay.
Thebes?
Okay.
Thebes?
Thieves.
Like Thebes?
Thieves.
Oh, thieves.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I like that.
thieves, like a
Thieves.
like thieves game.
Gotcha.
Okay, I love that.
Thieves.
So we're going to Wayward Bindings. They're headed to
The Blue
The
Dragon.
blue
the
dragon.
Blue Dragon.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Yep.
Let's let the ladies roll. Each of you roll me a d20 to determine what scene we're gonna go to first.
This. Okay.
Yep.
I wouldn't be called a lady.
13.
11.
13. Okay, so we're going to the Blue Dragon first. Is that correct? Yep.
Sounds good.
All right. So you guys will make your way to the Blue Dragon. Let me get to make my way. There's a description here. I promise.
And I'm looking for
Also,
Mr.
while you're finding the description for the Blue Dragon, and we all walk past it. What the fuck is this thing in the center of town?
That's a great question. What you see in the center of town?
Can you guys see that on our screen?
Yeah.
The big circle.
It is a
Floaty
massive water
deal.
clock.
Ooh.
It's a clock?
It's a water clock.
Neato mosquito.
That's dope.
That's
Yep.
cool.
It is literally run by the way she designed it, I think is a water elemental that runs it, or it's a water genasi, one of the two. I'll have to get back with everyone.
Well, not like
Nice.
a genasi, but like a gin.
Yeah,
Like higher than
correct.
a bean. Got it.
Correct, and it keeps accurate time, and it's like a display, like a fountain that's actually like a clock. Like it all works together to keep time.
That's cool.
It's very cool.
That's neat.
Could I do like a little passive arcana
Sure.
check on it as we pass by?
Absolutely.
That is 16 plus 3, 19.
And you're trying to determine, because it is definitely magical, if that's what you're trying to figure out.
For sure. For sure.
Absolutely. There's a lot of magical components and things that bring it to life, essentially.
Mostly magical, some...
It's a 50-50.
Okay.
50-50 kind of, you feel a lot of magical, like 50% of it, and then the other half is more like physical, like gears and different things.
Cool.
And it's a spectacle. There's a lot of people that just come to see that, kind of marvel at that. And then...
Could I like catalog any like magical signature on it, as in like if I run into the source of that or the person of that later, I could be like,
Sure.
you're this.
Sure, yeah. I'm good with that. And then the town has also built a bazaar around it. So all those little tents and little
cool.
things is like a massive bazaar that's built around the water clock. So when you guys get heading that way, it is really crowded. So you're kind of maneuvering through a lot of people that are there either selling their wares, peddling their goods, or just there perusing or shopping. What you also see is there's a lot of like smaller rowboats or vessels in the water that navigate much like you were saying, like Italy.
Like a gondola.
Exactly.
That's
so
cool.
there's a lot. You can catch a gondola to travel the different waterways.
Can the boats go under the docks? Like how far are the docks above water?
The docks have certain points to where they magically will like raise like a
cool.
drawbridge. So that like when you get to a certain point, they'll be essentially like magic will kind of like open up the walkways and things so you can pass through it.
I love this.
Some of them are built on bridges to where you'll go over top of it and then go under the bridges.
So this is where we sort of split and
Yep.
there you head off to the... So
Yep.
I will say this before you guys get to your RP. I actively watching see if anybody's watching out for the four of us before we split, and then specifically Talia and I as we go to the Blue Dragon.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna say that for now.
Yeah, I will say, like, as we split, or probably like, as we start walking into the square, Neris will pop her quite large hood of her cloak
Nice.
up over to where, like, her face and very pale skin is obscured from the sun.
I think I'd probably clock that, and where the ears are normally lopped and down, this is when he pulls them back in sort of a tight ponytail behind his head. And he's just
man bun? What your man bun?
Yeah, but like,
What
but
your man
he
bun?
doesn't fold the ears up on themselves. They're just like,
Fair.
yeah. He's just
ponytail.
pulling back the lop. And he'll give Neris a little nod. Like, you watch your person, I'll watch mine, and it'll be fine.
Nice.
Yeah, and he does. She'll return that.
Alright, so when you guys arrive at the Blue Dragon, since we're starting there first, you're going to see it's a multi-level, probably 3-story building. The bottom level is essentially a tavern. And then the other ones are basically rooms, or the end portion that can be essentially like rented out.
Do I see Rexus? Is he working?
Are you going to go directly in?
Yeah, I think that like I'd probably walk in,
Sure.
like try to be
So business is
towny.
booming in there, and you will see the big, massive kind of dragonborn behind the bar.
Rexus, my good man.
Ah, Carrick, my friend, it is good to see you.
What news have you?
I have news. Saddle up to the bar. You have a friend with you. Care to introduce?
I do. And in Thieves' Cant, I assume he speaks Thieves' Cant.
Oh, but of course.
I would say, and I'm sure everybody around me probably does too, but
Yeah.
they're
You might as
friends,
well just say it.
right? Like they're kin, they're good. Like I vouch for
Yeah.
them basically. Like I'm their sponsor in this gang, blood in, blood out situation. You know, I gave them.
Yeah, Neris would move the hood back a bit where he could see her face.
Oh.
And then
We have had some interesting experiences over the last few days, but you know why I'm here. at the captain's, for the captain's, etc.
Octavius is currently not here. He had some business to attend to, but he has been waiting your arrival.
Has he any word? Has he left me any notes?
I currently have nothing, but if I was you, I'd check back later this evening. He shouldn't be too long.
Very good. Do I notice anybody... Has anybody come in asking for me or inquiring after me? Or the ship?
No inquiries on the ship, and nothing that I can recall of inquiring about you, which is a good thing, right?
Absolutely,
right?
Yeah, no, I mean... I'll tell you a little bit more later, but it has been less comfortable than I like. If you would, good sir, please just keep your ear to the ground for any rumblings in reference to myself, the captain,
of course,
our ship,
yes,
our operation.
Absolutely, it's good to see you.
Absolutely, I'll be bringing you some more business later. So when I come back,
business is always good.
Absolutely, and I'm just gonna give him a silver piece, thank you, I love you.
His massive hand kind of plucks it up. And he pockets it.
And then
while this is going on,
Sure.
Was there anybody else in the sort of tavern that was taking particular interest in this conversation, in us, in
Go ahead and throw me a perception.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw it too. Ooh, natural 20 for me. For a 20.
I'm going to use knowledge from a past life and throw a d6 on that.
Nice.
Ooh, and that's a 6. 15 plus, what's my perception? Ooh, 15 plus 6 is 21.
Correct. So, we'll start with you, Eris, because this will take place or transpire while the conversation is taking place between.
Right. Yeah.
You are going to kind of look around the room, and you will see a particular hooded figure that has attention kind of directed, not intently, but enough to draw your attention. So their attention, if I can word right, their attention is drawn towards you, and you kind of pick up on that, essentially.
It's toward me, or it's toward the our party as a whole?
Yeah, let's say the bar where the both of you are.
Okay. Fair.
And then I got a natty 20, 25.
So you are going to quickly turn around, and you will look and see the same direction, the same person. That
Do I
looks
see...
attentive, and when they look at you, because you have a nat 20, you're going to see a tiefling female under the hood really quick before the head turns and obscures your view.
Do I recognize that person at all?
Never seen that person before.
Okay.
Can I pull out a silver piece and sort of just slide it across to our lovely dragonborn friend?
You sure can.
Would you happen to know who that is? And just sort of very casually cock my head back.
He's gonna strain his neck so it kind of extends a little bit, and his massive head kind of looks in the direction, and he's like, that's a new face. I don't know who that is what he's going to say. As his hand rests upon the silver and slowly slides it to his person's.
Insight, just in case.
Sure.
I don't know this man.
Sure.
And you know who's good.
I know the bartender.
All this dragon.
That's a natural one.
Yes!
Yeah, no, he's 100% truthful. He's never seen
Cool.
this person.
Everyone's been super honest, and I just feel rude for being like, "Are you lying to me?" You're like, "No, they're all genuinely fine people."
Before I leave...
What are you
We're the
working
sketchiest
through?
ones here.
Yeah, truly. Yeah.
Before I leave, and I will do it as nonchalantly and as I'm this person's friend. Have you seen them? I'm just going to be has Clarifus been around recently?
You're asking...
The barkeep.
Good question.
Oh yeah, we're old friends.
Okay.
I love her.
No, he's gonna say...
What a babe.
What a babe!
I don't know what you're talking about. So he kind of leans in and says to you,
Oh, that's a D12.
being Raxus.
Oh, that's only a 10 insight, so...
Oh,
I
he's
believe
being
him.
truthful.
Yeah. Okay, I was just wondering, it's been a while since I've heard from her, so I was just seeing if,
15. What is it? 15 plus what's my insight? 3. 18?
On the insight check?
Yeah.
No, again, he's like, the name rings 0 bells.
Cool.
All right. Well, we'll be back. Is it okay if we use the back entrance?
You know the way.
I'm going to suggest with my eyes, to Neris, like, let's go out the back and be sneaky about it. If we can blend in
Yeah, I
with the
think
crowd.
under her cloak, she'll kind of just wave you to like lead the way.
Yeah.
So Blue Dragon is compromised. That's what we've gathered.
Blue Dragon seems like a pure being. I don't know what to tell you.
No. The tavern seems compromised. Is that right?
Oh.
Well, there's at least a
Potentially.
person
Well,
there that's had
maybe.
their clocked
Okay.
me and recognized me or both of us.
So now we're gonna fast forward over to the Wayward Binding as
We
you
got a 15 to
guys
sneak
whittle
out.
your way out the back entrance.
Yeah, I'll roll my... Is my passive good enough to keep an eye out for everybody? You don't want me to roll an active?
No, you're gonna need to roll active. It's really busy here. Got a lot of people.
Hopper's really distracted by everything at the bazaar. It is fascinating to
Are
him.
you hopping?
I have a 22 on perception.
Casually walking. When he gets excited, there's a little skip.
Okay, great.
When he gets excited, there's like a little, oh, what's that over there?
Yes, I love it.
His ears
It's like
break
my
up.
dog.
Yeah.
I think Talia, anytime he starts veering off, she just very gently like redirects his face back.
Be one of those children
Like a
leashes.
mother. Yes,
Like a
I've done
nice
that.
Yeah.
Yo.
Boop. All right. Turning
So-
our
Oh,
focus.
but Talia,
You
did you
guys-
see they had funnel cake over there?
So you guys make
That
your
looks
way.
delicious.
It's fried in animal fat.
You make your way to the Wayward Binding. When you arrive, you can see it is a cute little kind of wood and stone building that is probably about 20 feet in like overall width and maybe like 15 feet wide. It's not very big. It's like a little cozy book.
Like you almost would miss it if you didn't know where you were going.
Exactly. It's got, cute storefront windows, a simple kind of arch doorway around at the top. The door is open. There's a bell hanging above the door. And when you step inside, you're going to smell the kind of aroma of like old paper and parchment and leather bindings and ink that may be drying or whatever, because they also serve as like printing things.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
So it kind of fills that, like almost like a sense of a library, but not, or a bookstore if you would fills your senses.
Hopper will look up to Talia and go, I always did love the smell of paper. That reminds me of home. Is there...
Honestly, likewise.
There's a simple counter
Okay.
that it's kind of comical, but behind the simple counter is a very large. My brain just went blank.
Describe what it does.
Goliath, bugbear,
A Lord
Hobgoblin.
Goliath.
No.
Is it a person?
Dragonborn.
No,
Orc.
it's a race.
Half orc.
No,
Erica.
Orc.
Lizard.
What does he look like?
Brontosaurus.
Or she.
Dwarf.
why do I not know this?
Lizard person.
No, look at my
Furbolg.
book.
Furbolg.
Thank you.
Fearbolt.
That's it. A fearball.
Fearbolt.
There you
Nailed
go.
it.
So, he looks and he says, "Oh, hello there."
Oh, how old is he?
Maybe in his like mid-30s.
Okay. I was actually sent to find you. This is my friend Talia here. You can call me.
Well, you'll
Hopper.
certainly found me.
And I, knowing that this is a place we're supposed to come, and where I'm picking up perhaps a drop for thing, I'm going to say to him, we actually are looking for a bit of information. What was your name?
My name?
Yeah,
It was Steve.
Steve. A pleasure to meet you. You see, we're
Steve's.
We're looking for a bit of information, and we were told that you might be the type of person who could help us.
Well, I'll do what I can.
Because, and I will say the catchphrase or code phrase that I just came up with right now at the spot. Because, even a toothpick or a silver coin is a weapon in the right kind of hunt.
Oh,
Hopefully trying to let him know that we are affiliated with this, or at least I am, the society of picking up whatever we need to pick up here, as well as a source of information.
I think I have something in the back for you.
Oh.
Wait right here. He's gonna step off into the back storeroom.
Talia, what exactly were you doing with a witch's finger that it was stolen from you?
It's
And I'm gonna say this as I start to like lead her through the stacks.
Okay.
Like we're looking for books.
Sure.
I had a 22 perception, if that gives me anything. But to answer you,
Okay.
the witch's finger is something I made.
Oh, you made it.
Yes,
If you
and I
don't,
would very much like it back.
if you don't mind me asking, I see you got all your digits and toes. Who does it belong to?
No one you'll ever run into.
Well, in my line of work, sweetheart, I run into a lot of people, and
you got sweethearted.
I
love to find out.
promise you, you will not run into them.
Insight check.
Go for it. Intimidation check.
I hope you call me sweetheart one time.
One time. That's a nat 20 with a 9. That's a 29 on intimidation.
22.
Sheesh.
Rabbit butthole fucker.
All right. All right. Look, Talia. Clearly, I stepped on a sore thorn, a briar in your paw, if you will.
God.
I won't.
I didn't mean to be that. I just, if I could be of any assistance, I'd be more than happy to at least keep an eye out. At least get you your finger back.
Of course, you can help me find it. But anything outside of that, you don't need to know.
Oh, here it is right here.
Oh, thanks,
Got
Steve.
it.
Thank you.
Perfect timing.
Lovely. Steve, do
Yeah, that's me.
you mind if I close the shop for a minute? We got a question or two to ask you.
I mean, I guess it'll be all right.
I'll flip the sign to closed on the front of the shop.
Okay.
Absolutely. His last name is.
If his name is Bullwinkle.
His last name is
Is
Bullwinkle.
your last name Bullwinkle?
How'd you guess?
All right, Steve. It seems we're allies for the time being. We seem to have had some items pilfered from us,
Well, that's a shame.
and I was wondering what things you may or may not know. Have you heard of anybody called Clarifus?
He thinks really hard. Like, you can see all of the expressions in his, like, he's squinting, trying to think. Nope, can't say I have.
Insight.
Yeah.
13 plus 3, 16.
15.
Doesn't seem to know.
Just trying to be aware of all the movers and shakers here in town. I'm new. Talia, have you been here before?
Have I?
No, this will be your first trip. This should be everyone's first trip except for Carrick.
First time.
Any movers or shakers we should be aware of in town, or places we could potentially find information about this Clarifus?
I don't even know what a Clarifus is what he says.
Somebody that can, give commands to imps and they do what they say.
He thinks... Well, I don't think there's anybody here in Megan's Landing, but perhaps if you travel inward a little bit, one of the larger commerces such as Rosehold or Thornmist, that's what I'll say. They might be able to direct you to what you're looking
He goes to pat for his field notes and realizes they're
They're
missing.
not there.
Rosehold and Thornmist?
Thornmist.
One last
Talia
thing.
will look at you like patting yourself, and she'll kind of just lean down and be like, I never forget names. You're good.
Oh, you're a good one to have around. Thank you, Talia.
So are you.
Should
Let's see where this
I
day-
leave the room?
No, Steve. It's all right. It's all right.
Gaslighting him, Hopper. Like, are you gonna make a rabbit foot necklace?
Yeah, I was like,
Fuck him?
is my foot next? I'm like,
I can do so many things with that little rabbit foot boy.
oh, all right.
That's why they call you Lucky Paul.
Meanwhile, she's just like, I'm just gonna add this to my collection. There we go.
Steve, if we were looking for information on, what we talked about last night, any hags in the vicinity?
Oh, sure, there's plenty around.
Oh, there are plenty around here.
Oh, yeah, all kinds of different regions. Swamps, mountains, night, sea.
Oh, I didn't realize it was a habitat for hags.
Well, you're in Stygian. What do you expect?
I don't know. It's my first time.
Good luck.
All right. Any information?
22 deception, by the way.
22 deception?
Yeah, he
On-
said sea hags.
Oh, that's right.
She could be a sea hag.
That's right. All right. Well, I appreciate your help. Oh, if I was looking for a grimoire, where would I find it?
Well, mostly the creatures you were talking about have them. We don't particularly have those here. We haven't in quite some time, so to say.
Is there a
You used to have one?
We had a couple, actually. Someone came in and sold them.
who sold them?
Ooh.
That was many years ago.
You don't-
Traveling adventurer, such
you
as
don't-
yourself.
Oh, it wasn't like somebody in town.
I mean, they were an adventuring person
Did they-
here in town that stopped by and said, "Hey, do you want to buy these?" So I said, "Sure."
Did they settle here, or
Traveling adventurer settling here? I don't
Maybe.
think so.
you don't happen to have a name in those? I see
don't
all the
usually
legends back
ask
there.
names.
A legend?
Insight check. Eight.
No, you believe him.
Well, Steve seems like he's on the up and up. Steve, Talia, do you have any questions for him? Kind of chewed his ear off.
He starts feeling for his ear.
Did I get anything with that 22 in the store?
On the looking around,
Perception, yeah.
I had a perception. of 22.
you do. You're actually gonna find I'm trying to find it in here. It's a book on the shelf that piques her interest, and she named it. I couldn't find it, and that might be my fault for overlooking. But I wanted to let you. Oh, it might be up top. It is. You're going to find a fairly large tome called Rollo's Guide to Demonic Creatures, and that's
Where to find them?
I didn't say that. It's just Rollo's Guide to Demonic Creatures. And as a matter of fact, this book looks very familiar to you. It looks very similar in binding and make and design to something you might have seen on the bookshelf of the Captain.
Bum, bum,
Captain Beckett.
bum.
I did not see this. You saw this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And is it like back in an aisle that I'm aware of?
It's
or
like,
is it
yeah,
like
it's
near
like
us?
one of the like you would see in a movie. It's like tucked in a corner, back in an aisle, like kind of obscure. Maybe a book kind of leaning on top of it to obscure it.
To blow the dust off of it.
Yeah.
Do I know that if Thebes carries something, can he turn it invisible?
I'm going to say yes, but this is very large for thieves.
Oh,
If
so
he can just get it in my bag.
The-
It's a strong.
the book is
So
about...
you want him to basically pilfer it and put it for you, right? Is that what you're going for?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see what he can do. Do you ask him to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, roll.
And I'd like to give him the help action by talking to the bookshop owner.
Sure. Well.
My only questions are, okay, you were sold the grimoires, but then who did you end up selling them to? Do you have any records of that?
I sold the grimoires to a collector.
That collector's name was...
Oryx Timberguard.
Interesting.
Wait, that
Would
name-
you happen to
that name
know?
sounds
I've been looking
familiar.
for Oryx.
How does that name
Would you
sound
happen to know where he
familiar?
frequents?
I think I know him, don't I?
What was that? I'm sorry.
I was saying, I'm actually looking for Oryx. Would you happen to know where he tends to frequent? I know he's not here, but a little further inland.
He likes to stay near the Fey kind of swamp region. A place called the Twisted Timbers. A little further north to northeast is what I'll say. He does come into the
He doesn't
landing.
have like a headquarter, anything,
Oh, he's
a home base.
he likes to travel. He's a wanderer.
Of course.
Where have we heard Oryx's name before? Have we heard Oryx's name before?
That's the one that dropped you.
I would
your
have
statue when
have
were
told
looking
you that
over.
that's the contact that we're looking for.
Right.
Oh, right. That's the hunter. That's the monster hunter. Right.
Yep.
Yes.
That we like know
Yes.
of.
Okay, you will at
Yep.
this point
Yes,
you will
I
feel your bag being manipulated, and you will feel that Thieves has definitely deposited with a nat 20 on his roll. So
Nice.
you have
Beautiful, my precious little bean.
Mhm.
Little baby.
Well,
Little baby.
Steve, your help has been.
That's me.
That is you. Your help has been absolutely wonderful.
Well, that's good to know.
Thank you so much. If anybody comes looking for us, you didn't see us, right?
Who?
Thank you. And I'll slide 5 gold
Sure.
across the table to him.
Okay.
My dear, shall we go a promenading?
Sure, Hopper.
To the Blue Dragon. That's where our compatriots said they were going. Is that right?
We
I
love.
think so, if not
Maybe
the
don't know
meeting
that.
point at least. Who are the people we're meeting, and why you seem to have some kind of
Who me?
communication with them?
Is this as we've left the shop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
Oh,
You handed the thing.
yeah. In my line of business, we tend to have outposts from time to time. Wayward Bindings just happens to be one of mine. And he'll open up the package and you'll see he's got a couple of health potions in there. There's some papers. It's more like a familiarize yourself with the area quickly, and just in case you get fucked, here's some health potions.
Like a travel planner.
Yeah, it's basically a travel planner.
Yeah.
While
you're here.
Countess and the pompous
You
guy
know
that
what?
can
I was told to deliver that letter to make sure that we were not interfered with, or myself at the very least. But hopefully that'll extend to you all. I'm not entirely sure if it will, if y'all act up. But I plan on keeping things on
I
the up and up.
don't know what you mean. I'm perfectly polite.
Oh my god. Is that more funnel cake? And I'm gonna take off to
So
pick up some
I
funnel
think
cake.
it's safe to say at this time, while you guys are making your kind of escape out of the Blue Dragon, that you may meander and kind of catch sight of them as they're kind of coming out. You guys can converge and get together.
Do
if
we have a
that's okay.
tail?
I would say that your passive perceptions are good enough that you do not have a tail.
Okay.
Mhm.
As soon as we meet up with the other two, well, I see the rabbit is funneling.
He's gonna open up his face and just
powder.
powdered sugar
Sugar.
all over. What's up, guys?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Did my best.
Well, that's certainly a choice, and I will look at the ladies and say, well, I'll look at Talia and be like, well, there's eyes everywhere. We should probably try to find a place to have a conversation prior to meeting this countess.
We also got to lead ourselves. Yeah, we should find somewhere private to chat. Carrick, you know this place
I
better
can
than
make
anybody.
us a private place.
I'm sorry.
I can make us a private place.
You can. I mean, I
I'll
have
look
to see
around.
this now.
Yeah, and I don't think
Is there enough space for a tiny hut?
I'm sure you could find somewhere to where you could do a tiny hut, sure.
Nice.
Like down,
Yeah,
like if
then-
you look like here on the map, there's like small little islands, so you guys could easily maneuver, kind of down off the docks into the islands and put yourself a tiny hut, being obscure and away from like traffic and travel.
Yeah, I think Talia will just kind of turn heel and look for one of those like more secluded
Sure.
areas, and then pop up a tiny hut.
Awesome.
I honestly don't trust any of my normal places now. It's been a very jarring experience. It's a very different vibe here than I'm used to.
Oh,
This is non-typical.
really?
Very, really. I'm usually the danger.
Oh,
You just put it
what
back.
happened in the tavern, y'all?
Once we are safely in
That
the
was the teeth.
tiny hut,
There were teeth.
That was a tiefling
Oh,
that who
tiefling.
appeared to also be a new face.
Oh,
had a very, very bustling room. Many things to distract you. We came in, I belong there. I'm there all the time. And they clocked me and kept their eye on me the entire time. Multiple distractions all over the place. There's no reason why one specific person unless they were looking for me. So we kind of skedaddled out of there, but the good news is we have an audience with Octavius later this evening.
Octavius. Who's Octavius?
He's a person that may have some more information for us. And that's all I'll say about him right now. He can divulge whatever else information he'd like.
And we got to talk to the Countess as well. Is that correct?
Yes, but I'm wondering if it's better if we find out as much information going in before we meet with them. What do you guys think about that?
I
Do we want to
agree.
keep her waiting?
Well, is the Countess a new installation here, or is she
I don't know much about her.
No, you would know that the Countess has been here for quite some time.
I mean, what I meant to say is that the Countess has been here for quite some time. But I've never been granted audience, nor have I ever sought audience.
Yeah.
Being in my trade, I don't typically work with, authority. So it is strange. What's more strange is that there's no reason that anybody here should know that you all were due.
Yeah, that is.
Me is one thing. I mean, I'm off and on this landing all the time.
That
but
is strange. Did you all tell anybody about your arrival here?
Neris and I have kept an extremely low profile. The amount of people that know where we are even going are very few.
And apparently all here in this dome right now. Is that right?
For the most part, yes.
Yes.
Well, Carrick, it seems like you've been roped into this, whether you meant to be or not.
I definitely, certainly did not mean to be, but I have my
Well,
suspicions
Carrick,
about
do
your
you know if the Countess and the Captain know each other?
Oh. Good fucking question.
history?
That's an inspiration point.
Yeah.
That is a good fucking question.
Thank you.
You know they have. Tell you what, here's how we're gonna play
Cavorted?
this. Go ahead and give
Listen.
me
The Captain be getting around.
give me a
Captain
history.
Behowen,
These very
proudly, and,
Give me a
and
history.
so valid.
So it's like he's the other common denominator.
History 19.
Yeah, you've seen them kind of have flirtatious interactions multiple times in here. And they work very well as far as like business partners. You know that they have an arrangement.
And she's like the mayor of the town?
Yeah, she runs it.
Would I know if the captain has any, like, magical ability? Like,
He does not.
okay.
Some of the things you would have gleaned and or learned either by conversation, drunken conversation, or regular conversation with the captain. Let me go back up here. Is that
Talia, have you shared the book information yet, or no? Okay.
Have you told me?
Not yet, because we just
just
rejoined.
reconvened and got inside the hut.
That's true.
So
We just
you
got
would have
in the
known
hut.
that he's from the Sunken Sail Islands, and the Sunken Sail Islands, I think it's on this map. Maybe not. It's on my world map. I don't have my world map.
This
on
is
here.
Beckett.
Yes. The Sunken Sail Islands is essentially a cluster of islands right before you get into Megan's Landing.
Okay.
Okay, and you would also know that it was once a very large trading and shipping port before Megan's Landing was built and established. And obviously, once Megan's Landing was built, it essentially replaced the functionality or use of the Sunken Sail Islands, which basically kind of like caused it to fall into disrepair and things like that. But essentially, he's worked with her to kind of help get it cordoned off to where, how do I put this? The islands themselves, the Sunken Sail Islands, essentially are like protected grounds for the native people. And there's like very good like fishing and seafood life there because of all the different ships that have crashed there. It's like got these like tons of like ore and mineral inside the water that basically just causes it to thrive. So they're the only one that can essentially fish or do that, and then they can in turn sell their seafoods and things to other people, which kind of helps. It's like we're going to be the port. Here's how we can help subsidize your, the loss of not being
Your economy, basically.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you know
So
that
when he's
much.
talking about for taking care of his village,
Correct.
it's that. It's
Correct.
Sunken.
It's not Megan's Landing. It's
Sunken Sail Islands.
so. Is it safe
Got
to say? Carrick, you would know this. Is it safe to say like he's the de facto leader of the Sunken Sail Island?
He
Or
would
protector?
be like, what do they call, the folk hero, if you will.
The warden of the wilds.
He makes
basically.
arrangements essentially to grab seafood and ship seafood to and from, and he makes deals to kind of help.
He's like
help them evolve.
The approved vendor.
Yeah, exactly. And he also you would also know that a lot of his portions and proceeds that he does make, he will reinvest into Sunken Sail Islands. And the two of them have a pretty good working relationship. And like I said, they're very flirtatious back and forth. And you know that she's a very like attractive woman.
Mm-hmm.
Good leader, bad leader, fair.
I would say that Carrick knows that anytime she's been here, like, or any dealings you may have heard, that she's equivalent to the captain, very fair.
Respected.
Wants to make this Megan's Landing like the Mecca place to bring all your goods and things through.
Okay.
Got it.
To my knowledge and to my experience with the Countess, which is limited to mostly just passing by and then, whatever the captain rambles on about, she seems to be rather goodly. Like, she's got this small enclave of people's best interest at heart. She knows that in order to thrive, her constituents and her people must also thrive, and has done work, good, bad, and different, in order to keep that going for the betterment of the people. So I'm not as afraid of going. I don't think that, unless she's been taken captive and this is completely magic is crazy to me. I don't understand it. Unless that's a thing.
I get that.
I don't fear.
Pauline just chuckles at that.
Yeah. I don't fear what might come of meeting her, per se, unless we're walking into a trap. There's no reason that she would have specifically known, unless magically explained otherwise, that she may have known because the captain let her know there's trade going on, that I was going to be here, but there's no reason that she would have known random passengers.
You said it might be a trap, or it might not be a trap.
I mean, the only thing I can think ill will would come is if it was a trap, like somebody else was luring us in her stead, in her place. But again, I didn't clock any dishonesty in Dagon. I didn't, he's very typically himself.
At this point, you guys are going to watch Hopper grab the hilt of his scimitar with both hands, and you'll see what looks like an obsidian stone kind of glow for a second, and then sort of diffuse itself over his skin, and I'm going to activate Dark Blessing from my blade and give myself temporary hit points upon the mention of trap. And I'm going to get 8 temporary hit points.
So
I'm wondering if we maybe sent as a go-between between the Countess and the Captain.
They wouldn't
If she
really...
had reason to believe that you were coming to town, Carrot.
Could be she has a very specific need he felt we were
I mean,
good
he
for.
definitely fulfilled some specific needs. This is true.
Carrot, do you know?
But I don't know if I would need to be a go-between.
That
They're
was a
very
sex
open
joke.
they're very open in their conversation and communication. For all we know, he'll be there.
Do we think the captain informed her of our coming?
They, to my knowledge, unless he's got some kind of magical telephone, magical way of communicating,
I mean that
he could have let her know. But like,
that orb inside his office was mighty suspicious.
also, I feel like he would not have just not said something. He wouldn't have been so cryptic about it. Like if it was an honest thing, if it was like, go meet the Countess, he would have just been like, just let you know you're gonna have an escort to go see the Countess. Like we don't have this secrecy
Oh,
in
so
our
you think
relationship.
it took him by surprise as well.
Nobody checked.
Right.
You guys could have checked it.
No, we didn't ask.
That's alright, it's too late. We've moved past it.
Oh yeah.
We can't go back to the ship. Alright.
That
I
man
can walk on water.
is deep in somebody else's bed right now. We cannot find him.
Yeah, he is nowhere to
He
be
will not be
found.
found in 22 hours.
Carrot could find him, I would say. There's a few places that you know to look for him. But
Sure.
Carrick knows his roster.
you got it.
Carrot, I don't really find him, though. I'm good.
Right about now, he's probably at the bathhouse in between.
Oh, in between,
Yeah, it's about that time on the water dial. No,
Propositions.
he's in between.
Alright,
hirelings.
do we pop off and ask him a few questions before we head over to the Countess, or?
Like I said, I don't really like. I don't think that I'm pretty much at ease with meeting the Countess. Like, I said trap
If it is
because
something troublesome, we
I think
will
it's
deal with
far-fetched.
it accordingly.
I just like to have all my bunnies in a row, alright?
you're going a hair too far.
We should have started a counter at this
Yeah.
beginning of the stream.
That was good.
Mine are way
Great.
more subtle.
D4 psychic damage!
It's a great drinking episode.
How many rabbit references?
Take a sip, covered bunny pun.
Yeah.
Quick question for the DM.
Before
The
I get
book
hot
that I
and mad.
took, do I have an inclination that it is a book that was stolen in the time that we were like from when I saw it to when we left? Or do I think it's just like another version of the book that he might have had?
I would say
Or like the continuation?
no, I would say that it was just it's like an extra copy or the same copy. Like another book.
Got it.
Okay, so there's like the captain has the same book.
Correct.
It's not like I just found
just
one
got-
of the like things that was stolen in a store.
Oh.
Correct, no.
Got
Good, I
it.
had not put that together.
That's what I was like thinking when you first said that. I was like,
Is it the
someone's
same
already
book or if it's a
taken
different book?
Right.
stuff and pawned
But
it.
it was thieves and his homie that were stealing stuff, and the other imp friend is dead. And
Well, it
thieves.
teleports to
Correct.
whoever.
True.
Correct.
That's true. That's true.
So they've been stealing the whole voyage.
Right.
So
Sure.
Cool. That's what I wanted to double check.
Yep.
I mean, the only other lead that we got was to track down the monster hunter in the woods. So I think we definitely start with the Countess, right?
I think we start with Octavia.
Agree.
I think so.
Who's Octavius again? I'm a bit harebrained.
Oh my god.
Can I
I'm gonna leave.
can I make
just
some
go
kind
home?
of like retroactive insight check? Because we did question Beckett about, hey, do you have any fucking inclination of why you might have fucked around and gotten on the bad side of a demon? And he was
Yeah.
like, nah, dog. Then why the fuck you got this book?
That's what I've been
Sure.
thinking too.
You can go ahead and make an
Why you got infernal friends and where to find them?
Yeah.
Like,
As in, like, are you the one that's been stealing?
Yeah, exactly.
Why do I got Demons 101? That's a, what am I doing? Insight?
Sure.
And Talia was the one who was not having his charm,
It
right?
is a 16.
Yes.
That is correct.
Talia is the one that was not having his shit.
Correct.
yeah, that was not like under any kind of thrall or.
So the best
Yeah.
way to explain this is literally he is just a collector. You would have seen various things on the shelf that would be, like I said, just things that he would have picked up either in trade, and shipping, or maybe even adventuring himself. To be honest, and I'll be 100% honest with you, it was just coincidental.
Okay. Just making sure that's not pinging any red flags for me. Got it.
I would really prefer. I personally would prefer at least me to go and talk to my connection. I need to go meet him back at the Blue Dragon prior to. Yes.
You won't have enough time to.
So we have to go to the Countess first, and then Octavius?
Yeah, because they're only giving you a short amount of time, and they're going to come looking for you. Basically, like, you can do what you want, and then, if you try to ditch us, we're going to try and find you.
Got it. So
you don't want like Lord Farquaad to come tackle you in a bar.
Lord Farquaad.
Alright.
Shorty.
Are there any other preparations we want to make before we head into this unknown situation?
Not particularly.
That I can think of.
As we
are we assuming that these people know who we are, or do we need to come up with any sort of
seems.
I don't know, false identity?
I'll retain those if they don't until I'm proven wrong.
I generally keep the rule of I let them tell me what they know first.
Oh, that's good. I'm gonna steal that, and he's gonna pull out this notebook he got at the
Bunny facts.
Bonifax. All right. Well, yeah, and I think you guys would see as if are we heading to the place now?
to the boat.
The boat.
Sure.
Yeah, I think so.
I think you guys would see that sort of as he walks. It almost looks like Hopper's shadow is like gripping onto the bottom of his feet and like trying to crawl up it as you guys are walking ahead of you.
Can I Arcana check that? Or that's like your
Yeah, you can.
thing.
I don't think he's trying to hide
That's
it.
a 5 + 3. 7. No, 8.
Whatever it is, it came from the sword.
As we pass the bazaar while we're walking through town, I'm just gonna keep my eye out for items I remember having been reported stolen.
Sure. Yep. Your
Just to see-
passive
Yeah, I'll
is
do the
what?
same.
15.
Yeah. You're not going to see any of those items.
Okay.
For sure.
I ain't got shit.
And then also
21.
I'm keeping my eye out for any
21.
new thieves' cant or any kind of new outside markings that would have been different from my last event.
You said you rolled a what did you say?
21.
21.
21.
I'm looking for tails. I'm looking for people literally trying to tail us.
There's a tiefling.
21.
There's a dragonborn.
Currently, there's
We all
nobody
have
tailing
tails.
you.
Okay.
The only thing I can say is the closer you get, you may see a guard
Okay.
that is like, it may feel as if they're tailing you, but you kind of get the feeling like, oh, they're looking out.
They're expecting us.
Exactly.
They were there
Trying
to wait and make sure we were
herd you
coming in,
all.
so they're
Yeah.
just falling back.
Exactly.
And I will, if we're talking like marching orders, does marching orders now matter at this point? Okay, cool.
You guys are going to get to the little dock of the slip that you were given directions to. You're going to see that it is directly outside of like the shipping office. Being Carrick, that the shipping office essentially is like kind of like where you have seen Captain Beckett and Countess Whitley. Kind of that's like her office in town. So you've seen them there before.
Do I notice any change of guard? Like, there's a main new
They're
person
still
or
the
anything
same.
Like that?
There was 4 guards that approached you when you got off the Neptune's Revenge, and those same 4 guards are kind of waiting for you.
And they're all familiar. Like, there's not any like really new faces or crazy things like that.
No.
Okay.
So then you will see Dagan, and he's like, oh, right this way, and he's sitting and basically what you see is this beautiful like canoe that there's 2 of them, and basically everybody can filter into a canoe, and you're going to be taken all the way across the harbor to the island.
When we sit in the boat, I'm gonna like.
I feel like there's a significant shift whenever Talia gets in.
Whoa!
little
Easy
water
there,
displacement.
easy there, Talia. As we all sit down, you'll see me pull from my like vest a nice bottle of whiskey. Like, anybody want some liquid courage?
I don't drink. That's all right.
You've said that. Anyone else?
But if you have more funnel
I'll
cake,
take
I'm
some.
totally down.
Sugar's
All I have is
good.
bacon.
Sugar good.
Sugar good, alcohol bad.
All right, so it takes you about, I don't know, 15, almost 20 minutes to make your way across. It's a very smooth ride. And you guys will come across to the
I think
island.
even as smooth as the ride is, you guys you'll watch Hopper get a little green. Just like he gets on water and it's like immediately nauseous.
All right, I will transition over to the island map so you guys can get a better look-see. And I will actually...
Is that an outdoor bath?
Oh, yeah.
I'm
going to actually show the three-dimensional version on our end.
A free air bath.
With the magic of the internet.
And we'll be back.
Sure. And thanks to the power of the internet, we are back with a map. What you see before you is...
What's the general vibe of the guards on the ship with us?
They're guards. There's no, like...
Does this feel like a prisoner situation or an
No.
escort situation?
An escort. They're
Okay.
doing their duties.
Okay.
They're employees of the state.
You got it.
They don't get paid enough.
So you will be accompanied by the 4 guards along with Dagan to the private island as you go into like her little like dock or little whatever. You can see that it is probably about 30 or 40 feet up a hill, and you're going to see a dirt pathway that winds up and around, leading to the very top. Does that make sense? Does it all?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is this about halfway through, like lunchtime kind of ish?
It would probably be about that time, yeah.
Okay. So like we're coming for tea.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'm always coming for tea.
So, at some point, you're going to have these
Great.
2 guards. There'll be 2 guards that kind of stop halfway down at like the intersection. And what you can see is there's like a fork in the road. If you go one direction, you're going to see stables, a couple guest house that are there, and there's a boathouse down, obviously, by the dock. Dagan is going to lead the party all the way up to the very top of the hill, in which you are going to see a very lavish garden of various plants. Oh, I took all the things.
I've always heard about her garden. I'm finally happy to see it.
Is that like something the captain told you, that she's got a lovely garden? Or
Oh my
like
God,
you've
he
heard
raves
that
about-
she's got a lovely garden? Because with you, I'm not sure, if it's a sex joke or if it is
And
an actual garden.
what's everybody's passive perception check?
21.
15.
Passive 16.
So we have 16, 21,
13, 15.
13, 15. Okay, 21 is the only one that's going to be able to clock hiding or cleverly blending in. Are 2 people just kind of on the edge of the garden.
People are hiding inside the garden
You know, just kind of on the...
under the tree.
Yeah, in the foliage. Set them
Do
there.
they look like... first thing I'm doing, I'm in lockstep with Neris,
Lock hop.
and
Lock off.
you're gonna feel like a little elbow on your thigh.
Okay.
And I'll say to Neris, like, psst, and I'll just do a quick, like, little nose indication over to the people in the garden.
Nose wiggle.
Do they
And I
look
think
like...
Neris will nod at you and sort of reach behind her back, like she's just putting her hands behind her back, but she'll do a quick little Thieves' Cant-esque message so that Carrick gets it and will also make it clear enough that
Awesome.
Thalia will also get it.
So with all this transitioning, you guys are all going to eventually be able to focus on what Hopper essentially spotted. And what you're going to see is a female goblin with bright green skin, long curly hair, dark hair, that's half up, half down. Big gold hoop earrings, and she wears leathers. She's kind of like giving off the vibe of potentially like a rogue, if you will.
Okay.
As she's kind of like watching you all kind of walk up from the bottom,
Okay.
and then standing next to her, also very cleverly hidden, like everyone kind of missed her except for Hopper, is going to be a half-orc male who is dressed, he has just a simple short bow, and he's dressed in kind of like hide, if you will, and he's also well hidden. They're standing there.
Do I recognize either of them from past work, or do I see any indication that they're like...
You can give me we'll do an insight check.
Insight check?
Sure.
9.
They do not look familiar to you.
Okay.
When you are led up to essentially through like the courtyard area, you are going to see off to the right is this beautiful lavish garden. You're going to see this beautiful noble house. There's a very warm but like refreshing breeze that kind of just cuts right across.
Like sea breeze.
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. You see the palm trees kind of swaying, and you can see it's just a gorgeous view up top there, and it feels very warm and inviting, if you will.
Is it all right if we explore the gardens first?
When you look to the gardens, Dagon will actually like usher you in. You're going to see a small table.
So we are walking past these people that are hidden in the bushes.
Yep, and you go you spiral up to kind of the plateau of the flat part there, if that makes sense, and everybody's on the same page.
The goblin, if I can catch their eye.
Well, they're watching you.
Cool.
Can they tell we saw them?
Well, yeah, they're going to notice, but they're keeping their eyes on you all as well.
I don't think I would have indicated this to anybody. I'm going to look the goblin dead in the eye as we walk past, like the point where we get closest to them, and I'm just going to nod. That's all I'm going to do.
Yep. Then they'll return the nod, knowing that the jig is up.
In that exchange, the one thing I'm trying to figure out is if they're supposed to be here, or if this is...
Oh, you easily know that they are kind of like, what I would say, Secret Service, essentially.
Got it.
They're in the shadows.
Like if we popped up, they would intervene.
Yes, exactly.
Got it.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then, like I was saying, you see kind of deep into the garden, kind of a small little table set with tea and cakes. You see this beautiful woman, roughly in mid-30s, long, kind of wavy, dark brown hair, gray eyes, has very high, thin, arched eyebrows, very fair complexion, dark green silk dress that kind of flows in the wind. She has they're hanging off the shoulders, very stylized. She has a black choker with a compass rose pendant that's hanging from the choker.
Any holy symbol that's associated to, or is that...
No, it's just a rose.
A compass rose.
Yep.
Okay.
You might even presume it could be something because of the harbor, and she's the
leader of the...
Exactly.
Sure. The compass master. Yeah.
Correct. And she's going to say,
Or because the
ahead.
captain also collects compasses.
I know. I had that same fucking thought.
She's going to say, welcome. Come on back here. Have some tea and some cakes, is what she says.
I'll give her just a very polite little bow. I do love cakes.
Help yourself.
Little hop over to with the mention of sugar. It's gonna hop over to the little table. What's the spread look like?
So it's very small, almost like a...
Petit fours.
Exactly.
Okay.
Kind of splayed around various flavors and things. And then there's two variations of tea. There's iced, like unsweet iced.
Sure.
Or sweet, or they can have some hot. So you guys, Dagon's gonna stop right at the entry of there and just kind of post up.
Okay.
And you obviously
Is he carrying any weapons?
No.
Okay.
Just arrogance.
I'm going to...
What?
Just arrogant.
His weapon. That's his weapon of choice.
Audacity.
I'm going to, as Dagon stops me in his stride right by, hand out, walk right up to the Countess. It's great to see you again, Countess.
Oh, it's good to see you as well.
I'm going to... Because you know of me, we're not,
Sure.
but we're not friends or anything.
Aren't you are one of, Tarian's, how would they say, helpers, right?
You could say that, yes, of course.
Oh, it is a pleasure to finally meet you. He's spoken so highly of you.
And I can only say likewise. And
Oh.
your works are amazing. As I'm doing all this, I'm like...
Please, have a seat, enjoy. Take a load off, that's what she says.
Absolutely. Am I clocking any personality differences? Because I would have definitely been, skulking and watching her while she's around previously.
Okay.
What's wrong? Are you guys frozen?
Are we?
You have to keep...
Are we on the stream?
Yeah.
We're not in our Skype windows. We might be on the stream.
You've got to open up that window. You got to keep the Skype window open.
Oh, I've got to keep it open.
Yeah.
Got it.
You can't...
So this...
That, just like that.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Because if you don't, it does that.
Technical difficulties. Don't give me the mouse.
If you click on
All right,
yours, will it close
back
yours?
to immersion. Bring it in.
I would like to see if I can tell of any like personality changes or like
No.
seems
She's
very
her same kind of Southern belle, charming, kind of charismatic, flirtatious self.
I am enthralled by your garden. I'm not a woman of flowery words, no pun intended, but the captain did not do it justice. It is magnificent.
Well, thank you, kind.
I'm gonna start making a plate of food.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna kind of hope that my compatriots get the idea that I'm like taking her time so they can
At
take a little
ease
bit
by
of time
this.
to look around.
I'm gonna, after I make the plate of food and this is happening, I'm gonna go over to Neris and I'm gonna say, hey, do you eat?
Do you say that out loud? With, your
It's under my
full
breath.
chest?
It's under my breath.
It's
Okay.
low enough no one can hear it.
And Mary's like,
You're not asking the more
I
important
can.
questions.
I don't have to.
Oh, all right. Could you see if there's something funny up with this food? And I'm just gonna
Sure.
put the plate in front of you and walk back and continue to make a second plate, as if
Yeah.
I'm making it for
Yeah,
Talia.
I got you.
Yeah, I did want to subtly check, so I could like, so I can make a check and then make a stealth check, so I can subtly check if the food is poisoned. But I was also wondering if, as we were walking through the garden, if I noticed if any of those plants were poisonous plants.
Oh, you can do let's do a survival check for the plants.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Survival. 18 plus 6 is 20.
24.
24?
Yep.
23,
Okay.
24, 24.
That's really
24.
good. None of them look poisonous. They all look pretty much organic. One of them, one kind of small cluster or section, looks like it could be used for things like potions or like apothecary type stuff, though. Like it's
Yeah, so
could
it's like
potentially-
medicinal, but it's not
Correct.
poison.
Correct.
Okay. So then I'll very subtly try to, I guess, probably survival check if the food's poisoned. Oh, it's still not bad. 14. See if about to get poisoned.
No, I say you do kind of like a subtle, like very subtly and kind of nonchalantly a little sniff, tiny little lick, and looking, kind of doing all the things you would do to kind
Still,
of exactly. No, there's no sign of like poison.
With my
Okay.
second plate of food, as she's continuing to distract the Countess.
And look at this flower, how it must bloom. Oh, and it's just lovely.
Oh,
I wish Zuri could see this.
I go
this
over.
is called a honey lily, sweetheart. It only grows here on the
That's
island.
one of my many nicknames.
Oh, do declare, is it really?
One day you might find out why.
Oh,
Bogey!
you make me blush, sweetheart.
If you guys
You're
could
giving me the
see,
vapors.
if you guys could see Hopper's skin under his fur, it is bright red.
Poppers of her.
1,000%. He's all about his work.
With his 30 kids somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
somehow.
It's like
yeah.
mitosis. They just kind of sprout off of him. Jesus Christ.
There's another one.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna take the other plate of food over to Talia as if I'm serving them.
Sure.
And I go, under my breath, again, with the talk of hags, not to make any presumptions, could you check to see if there's anything magic about this food? And I'm just gonna slide it in front of you, and I'm gonna walk back and pour myself a cup of tea and not drink from it.
Sure.
I'll do just a generic Arcana check. That's a
Don't-
13.
Trust this food.
13. It feels organic. It feels natural.
Feels like food.
Real deal.
I'm going to have been eating this whole time that he's
Sure.
all checking this out. Like I'm just snacking, gossiping with the Countess about flowers.
Awesome. And she is just going on and on about all the different rare flowers that she's able to kind of transplant, she's brought here, and kind of helping them thrive and grow. We
I do want to give a quick message to Thebes.
Sure.
As like I'm watching all this. Do you see anything of concern?
You'll hear, no.
Okay, that's what you get when you ask open-ended
image
questions.
of many words.
Close-ended questions. No.
Nah, bruh.
Do me a favor and give a quick loop around the island and let me know what you find.
Right away, mistress. And you'll feel the weight kind of leave your shoulder, and you can only assume he's zipping around doing what he needs to do.
I sure hope you don't have no giant eyes.
Let's all gather around here for the purpose that I've brought you up to my humble abode before things get too out of sorts. Flippity-jiffity.
All right.
Sure. I've brought you here because
Hippity hoppity.
Stop.
Good Lord.
Dimbly.
No. I wish to ask a favor of y'all. I have some suspicions about that Captain Beckett in which you all traveled here on his ship. I believe he's up to some sort of illegal smuggling in the black market goods that could be found here about town. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Carrick?
Absolutely not.
Deception.
Insight.
You guys know that I am.
Yeah, but I'm
Can
tracking.
Neris give the help action by making a show of looking scandalized?
Oh, no.
Yes!
Sure.
I know.
I do declare!
Is that an advantage?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Deception. Nothing that can help me here. Hold on, let me look at the features real quick.
And I'm insight.
Bardic.
Okay, D6 right now?
D8.
D8. Okay. Good, because that is bad.
Guys, this is garbage.
This is really
I'm inciting
bad.
the Countess.
Sure, go ahead. What you got?
I got
19.
15 on deception.
Your deception is believable. You see there's a brief kind of flash in her face where she's like, like, okay.
You did do that with advantage, by the way, right?
Yeah, advantage plus bardic.
Skull garbage.
I
Your
rolled an 8 and a
insight
2.
Got it, just checking.
As she is just an honest southern lady, like that vibe, like there's nothing
Nothing
to
up.
it. No, not at all.
I'm also trying to hide the fact that I believed that she would have been in on it, too. You know, not necessarily in on it, but like
Aware of it.
aware and cool with it since I'm the
Sure,
captain. So
So she gives you the Now, as I was saying, all I want y'all to do here is if you could just look in on it and maybe see if you can find some sort of proof that he's doing something legal here in my beautiful port town of Beckett's Landing. I'm willing to pay 300 gold pieces if you could assist me.
Well, we are not to be bought, madam. We are fine, upstanding folks, isn't that right, ladies?
Oh, I did not
Absolutely.
mean to offend. My apologies if I did.
Oh, Captain Beckett, ladies, you
Neris
please.
says nothing but does raise a brow, goes to herself, she's like, I'm definitely available to be bought.
my suspicion on these other
Probably
people
like
are now
means
very
nothing,
high.
But go on.
Yeah.
I would like
Knowing-
to.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Sorry,
Neris.
go ahead. Okay. Like, kind of connecting those dots earlier about how the captain and the countess know each other, and that she is sort of the political head honcho here. Can I insight check that to see if this is her genuine motive, or is she just trying to get him out of her
Sure.
Oh,
Sure.
political business?
Sure.
Might use the advantage if this isn't good. It's pretty good, but we'll see. That wasn't better. 17.
that wasn't better.
Where's my insight?
Does anybody else
20,
not
not
trust
nat.
this bitch?
You haven't. None of you have trusted any of these honest people I put on here, so
No.
I don't want to hear.
No.
I mean,
You're all
Seasoned
DMs. That's the
veteran.
problem. Every one of you.
Playing board games.
Not
like,
I.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Countess,
Yes, dear.
you're referring to some unwholesome dealings, and that does concern me because, to my knowledge, the captain is just an upstanding citizen.
Now, we both know the captain has his flaws, sweetheart.
I mean, human beings are human. People are people. Trident
I will
beings
agree
are
with that, yes.
Trident beings, and I think that you know his heart.
I do, which is very disturbing that he has taken on all these goods and brought them in. Now,
Well,
I
that's
have
not-
looked the other way from time to time, but I think he's pushing the boundaries of our friendship with some of the things that he's bringing in.
Well, Countess, let me,
Also,
think we're-
what was your
What kind of
insight?
things
Naris,
are
what
you
was your
getting
insight?
reports of?
Did I get anything on that 20?
That's what I was
insight?
saying, I didn't hear
On
that.
her?
20? You're getting,
Yeah.
like, a read that she is, like, wanting him out of the picture.
Yeah. Okay. That was
Countess,
my initial implication.
I feel like we are not addressing the Loxodon in the room. Now, let me ask this.
God.
Let me ask this question.
Yes?
How did your man know to come and find us, that we would be arriving on this ship?
Oh, sweetheart, I know what comes and goes inside this harbor. and
Insight check.
Go ahead. His ship was scheduled for arrival today. He has some things that he's delivering.
24.
That's fact. That's not a lie.
So she just happened to know that we were coming. We were all four of us on the ship. And
There's a manifest.
and ladies, please correct me if I'm wrong, but we certainly did not know each other before we got on this ship. And
We did not.
let me ask this question: how much do you know about us?
Let's see. She's going to say,
Talia gives
Because
Hopper a
you
little
are
wink.
you are asking for our help, so I can only assume that you might know of us.
well, I can only say what I've learned from some of my contacts over on the other continent of Alteratus, is what she says. I keep tabs and have been keeping tabs of the captain since he's been bringing in these illegal goods. So they have been reporting to me his manifest as I try to see what it is he's trying to do. You can be, sympathetic to my cause, no?
What are these goods, ma'am?
They are magical items and weapons that have no place here inside
Insight
of
check.
Megan's Landing. What you got?
That's a 2.
23.
Not higher than
It's
23.
not. 23 is good. You will beat her, but it's by like.
Sure.
So you are really like. There's
Something's not
yeah,
adding up.
something doesn't hang right.
There's a hair in the soup.
Now, madam, I don't feel like you're being quite forthcoming enough with us if you're asking us for our help. Now, we are outside agents, all four of us. And these ladies know, as I shared last night, we can only operate as effectively as the information that we have.
And it seems like I might be your only option for a person on the inside. So it'd be best if you gave us a little bit of the benefit of the doubt and some trust in this issue.
Disclose fully, I think.
As to of what are you trying to say, is what she says.
What are your
what
motives?
is it that you... Look, I don't want my harbor tainted, is what she says.
Insight check.
I'm pretty clear on these motives.
13 plus 6, 19. Do you guys buy what she's saying? Because I buy nothing that she's putting down.
My insights have been god awful, so sounds.
What was it? What'd you have?
19.
Roll another one and just see.
This one's a little bit more believable. Like, she's starting to kind of wane and win you over with this
Okay,
one.
well, look, I don't want to push the point too clearly.
All I wanted to know is if you would be willing to look into this matter. If it's going to offend you, then by all means, I can rectify the offense that I have offended you, is what she says.
Oh, ma'am, you've not offended us. We merely wish to be of some sort of service.
Well, that's very good. All I need is some information and proof to prove that he's bringing in these items. That is all. I'm not asking you to do any more than just to give me some sort of solid proof on that.
Now, is there a possibility that someone else is bringing these things in and trying to frame Beckett?
Well, I've looked into that possibility myself as well, and there is a very slight chance, but I'm trying to get down to get the proof to prove to those other harbor masters and such here in the harbor or in the landing that Beckett is innocent or he's guilty.
We might have our own leads to pursue in that matter.
Well, that's just grand. Is this something I can account you to help me out on?
Well, ma'am, if we're going to disclose what we know and information we may or may not have, unfortunately this is a two-way dock here. I know you don't have streets, so I'm trying to speak your language.
Well, I appreciate that.
He's gone native.
Canal.
I've gone canal. All right. So, I will tell you this in an effort to maybe glean a little bit more of your motivation. We also had some items pilfered recently that we are trying to track down. There's a name that we
awful.
are. Oh, it is. It's terrible. There is a name that we are tracking down as well that I'm would like to confer with my compatriots before we release that information. But if you're keeping tabs on us, you know we, at least myself, I can't speak for the ladies here, at least good for my word.
Well, what is this name you're speaking of? I haven't
Shall we
an
share
idea.
it, ladies?
I don't think we share. I'm closed up now that she's basically called me out. I'm gonna be like, we need to go as fast as possible. At least I
would rather know
flight,
more information on our end before releasing any leads.
and I desperately need to
Names
get in
are
contact with
very important.
I mean, how important can names be? It's the only way to find people.
They're binding.
Do what you will, buddy.
Alright, look, we won't share this information quite yet, but any leads you might have of where your contacts have led you, we might be able to dig in a bit further.
So she's gonna give you, like, as far as, like, what she knows on?
Yeah. Like, what does she know has been smuggled in? What does she know that he is bringing in that something we can track?
She's gonna say that he's brought in some illegal magic items.
Okay.
First of all.
What is an illegal magical item in this world?
Anything of higher than rare value.
Okay.
So, like, things like that would be considered, at least here in her harbor, where she's kind of trying to control the flow, if you will. She's also would have brought in illegal persons or peoples as well, is what she's going to say. People that
Human trafficking. Humanoid
illegal
trafficking.
as far as like criminal or things like
I
that.
immediately lean back in my chair and look at Carrick.
Call me out a little bit more, bruh. Jesus Christ, I'm trying to play cool.
Well, no, I'm just
Those
saying.
people are
That's
Who is the
Illegal people?
What are you?
Hopping to conclusions. Are we? You just go ahead and jump.
I was, look, as the
Alright,
one who has
Sticks.
spent the most time on this ship, Carrick, have you noticed any persons that have been smuggled into this here
Lovely.
Docktown?
Sure, let me make a deception check. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll deception.
just roll this?
Natural 20, thank the Lord above.
Sure.
23
I was a 1.
deception.
I don't know.
I'll say absolutely not to my knowledge.
Think
Like,
the Lord above or below.
the Lord's everywhere.
It seems as if we all have questions on Captain Beckett's true honesty, is what she's going to say. Now, I like the man in his ways very much, but these things I have to at least look into and give a little attention to, because if I don't and I turn the other cheek, that's how things happen. So I'm trying to be very due diligent in following any leads or things like that may present problems for the harbor and myself in the future.
Of course. Have you heard of any items in town being stolen recently? En masse, if you will. Not like the occasional...
there's occasional, yes, I understand what you're saying. Everything seems to be, as they like to say, ship-shape down there in the harbor.
You're also a fan of bun puns, I get it. Bunny puns, that was the...
It wasn't funny.
Is there a
Stupid-
direction
that's a
you're trying to
stupid
take
joke.
this?
That was very
Wrap
dumb.
it up,
I'm
Fox.
sorry.
I don't know, ladies. What do you think?
By way of saying goodbye, I will approach the Countess again and say, I trust that you'll give us some time before you take any action to do an investigation and to thoroughly look into this. My experience and my time spent on the ship has been nothing but wholesome, has been beneficial to all peoples we've encountered, including this island. And
Sure.
so, as to not rush to conclusions and to protect the interest of many other peoples, give us time.
Oh dear, she's gonna put her hand very gently on her shoulder. She's like, you can take as much time as you need to. Listen, I understand your predicament, is what she says. And I mean no offense. I'm just trying to protect the people here of Maggot's Landing. I hope you do understand.
Absolutely. I'm sure you'll have eyes informing and keep you up to date, but let's let us.
We can meet back here within 24 hours if that makes you, if that gives you enough time.
Do we have a way to get in touch with you in case not? Can I summon Dagon or?
Dagon tends to frequent different social circles, if you will, in places of, well, just social circles is what she says.
If we can't do 24 hours, I will make sure to get word to you that we need additional.
Most grateful for that. I look forward to hearing from you.
Knowing everything we've been talking about, knowing everything that we have touched on with traveling with, I'm assuming, a swamp witch and a zombie girl.
C.E.G.
And, oh, I know.
Witch, thank you very much. See how
knowing that there's an imp, knowing that something is binding these creatures. Has your dude come back yet? Has Thieves come back to you yet?
I think I'll give like a very subtle, I think Talia is kind of like feigning a little disinterest and like passively listening as she's like perusing the garden, and she'll give like a polite, or not polite, but like just a subtle whistle as if she's whistling to herself, but
Sure.
calling him back.
Okay, and then you will feel his kind of like talons kind of click on his little feet.
What did you find?
The island's clean. Didn't see anything but palm trees and coconuts, is what he says.
He hates it here.
It's so nice and sweet and
Knowing-
This is disgusting.
Knowing we've talked about fiends, knowing we've talked about hags, knowing we've talked about otherworldly monsters, and in the place that we are in, there are two things as we're leaving. There are two very quick perception checks, or insight checks, or survival checks that I would like to make.
Why don't you just run down the list?
Yeah, the first, I don't fucking know. The first thing I want to do is I want to look at this island and see if the earth has been altered by the presence of a being.
No, I'll tell you that right off.
Okay. And the second thing I want to do and catch as I leave is if she's wearing a glamour. In any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Like if there's
Do you
anything
have-
on her person.
What do you got for that?
Well, it says Hunter's Bane. Like, if it is something that is tied to being a fiend, fae, or undead, I would have advantage on the check to recall information, to track them, to see them, to notice things that are different in the world. I'm stretching this a bit, so this is really more if you will allow it or not.
So you're looking at if there's some sort of magical veil or something that's kind of covering over their true identity.
Having watched this claw erupt from Talia 1,000 times.
Sure.
What am I rolling for this?
I would go with a investigation is the best I got.
30-20.
Yeah, you look at her and she looks stunningly, beautiful for a lady in mid-30s.
Okay.
Can I also check just in case?
For like a glamour effect?
Yeah.
Sure.
If that. Okay. What would you have me roll for that? Arcana or investigation?
You could do. I would probably say you probably would be more of an Arcana.
Okay. I rolled an 18 plus 3, so 22. Math.
I'm going to say 22 that you're gonna like on the way out, you kind of either brush past her, you'll shake her hand, you'll do something to kind of initiate this kind of close contact to where you get this kind of static charge or this feeling of some sort of like transmutation kind of taint or vibe.
Well, Countess, this has been quite lovely meeting you all, and we will be back with any information we can discern.
I look forward to it, and thank you very much. Hopefully you all enjoyed the tea and cakes. I appreciate you taking time out. There's the least I can do.
I'm sure they were delicious. I don't partake myself. Strict diet, gotta keep it tight.
Oh, I can
You
tell.
know.
sir.
Well, thank you.
As we walk back to the boat.
Sure, you can montage going back to the boats.
Yep. Walking back, like, I'm gonna slink off, you guys. We've got some,
There's
people-
guards on the island,
Yeah, I
so
think
there's eyes.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna,
slink
like,
off-
I'm just letting them know, like,
Oh,
don't be
like
alarmed.
when you get back
Yeah.
in? Okay, I got
Don't
you.
be alarmed when I'm, like,
Gotcha.
Peace.
gone for a minute.
Before you
Yeah.
slink off, like Neris would touch her arm, like pass along that the Countess definitely wants Beckett out of the picture as far as trading goes. For what it's worth.
At one time, I felt as if we were all on the same page, but now I need to.
I'm assuming this is happening on the docks,
Oh,
not surrounded
absolutely.
by guards, correct?
I mean, we're
No,
probably
yeah.
like
Okay.
kind of.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
say
after
I would say
head
at
out
this
to
point,
house.
this point in the montage, you guys would have been like escorted across and like landed, and they're doing their own thing. You guys are on your own essentially, and then you can make your plan.
I mean, you know
Perfect.
where all the hidey holes are on your ship, Carrick. Is it worth taking a peek and seeing?
I'm not making any decisions about any more actions until I can speak with my network
Your
and
contacts.
tap in,
I think
and I
that-
haven't had a chance. And I'm not taking you guys with me because if it's hot, you guys need to stay clean.
You know, I got a weird vibe from her there at the end, but she seems to be on the up and up. What do y'all think?
Not all the way on the up and up.
What do you mean?
There's something. She does have a tinge of transmutation on her. It's certainly not her true face.
Oh. Well, I mean, could it be as simple as an aging lady wanted to keep her vanities up? I don't know.
It could.
During that conversation,
But that's not what it felt like.
I'm out.
Okay.
Where the fuck did Carrick go?
Yeah.
Um,
Slink away.
She does slink off somehow.
So where are you heading to, Carrick?
I will head to Octavius if I can at
So
this
you're going
point.
back to the Blue Dragon.
Blue Dragon back door.
Okay. Now, what is? We know where you're heading to. Where are the three of you, or what are the three of you going to do?
I would love to question the captain. What do you guys
We
think?
could chase the lead on the other person, the clearance.
Oh, Clarifus?
Before I
Clarifus.
bamfed away, I probably would have been like,
Yeah.
let me talk to the captain before you guys get in there with him. It's like, I need to know,
Okay.
like, I would want to know, like,
Okay.
I need to get a feel on who I trust more. Do I trust this
Yeah.
woman
So you-
accusing him, or do I trust him? Because from all I know, he's Robin Hood. Like, he's taking from the rich to benefit
Sure.
his, and it's been very good. And I've lived with that person, so, like, I have to know, is my brother, dad, cousin, boyfriend a fucking snake and
those
being
are a lot of
shitty?
words you just
Brother,
said.
dad, cousin.
I mean, I'm charmed by him, but I'm not attracted to him. So,
From
like,
Alabama.
Yeah.
he is. This is country. So yeah,
so
I would.
we want to talk to your contacts. We want to talk to the captain, and you want to be there for that. Is there anything else in town that we can accomplish while she's talking to Octavius?
Well, we could look into the
Well,
infernal stuff, is
we-
what Ollie is saying.
Oh shit!
Yeah, we can look into Clarifice and see if we can track that person down. You said that I don't know if Neris has communicated already, the tiefling person.
Oh shit! That's right.
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. And I have and I have Thieves, who's like on the lookout for the
That's
contact.
right. For seeing
Can-
one of her
Can
many
you
disguises.
send Thieves invisibly to the Blue Dragon to see if that person's still there?
Yes.
That's a good idea. He can go with me.
Or like
Oh
where
shit!
they are.
And that's a great way that we
Yeah.
can communicate over long distance
And like I can communicate him with
and
him,
relay
so he
messages
can let me know.
to. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thieves.
Yeah. Should we go
Follow.
to? Should we go to the ship and search the ship?
I want to talk to
I
the captain.
believe
before
Carrick
you guys
wanted
talk
us
the
to
captain.
wait on that.
Yeah, if that's going to cause an interaction with Beckett.
All right. Well, I
may
mean, we could go
want
back to
wait.
Wayward Bindings and see what we could dig up. See if we find any texts about this Clarifice.
I did actually, now that you mention it, and she'll pull out the book
You stole?
that she. I didn't take any.
I did. Just kidding.
He's with
And-
me. He's with me.
And Hopper's gonna make his way back towards Wayward Bindings.
Oh, okay.
I'll come find you guys, and I'm gonna walk over to Wayward Bindings
Are
with the
you
intent.
walking or are you hopping?
I am hopping.
Thank you.
Are you hopping?
I am
hopping mad.
I am hopping mad. All the way to Wayward Bindings.
Okay.
And literally we don't have to RP it. Literally with the intent to just pay for the book.
Gotcha. Okay.
Fucking do-gooders.
So, we'll start with you, the Blue
We
Dragon.
always need a moral compass. So just because chaos.
So you get to the Blue Dragon.
I'm gonna be completely as quiet and stealthy as I possibly can.
One thing you notice along the way is there's a increase in guard activity. Not major, but you notice that they're kind of walking around the crowds looking about. You see that there may be one that's just leaving the Blue Dragon, potentially. Or, as you see your friend Raxus kind of like aggressively making him leave.
Okay. Is this bar? This is a
Tavern Inn, yep.
tavern. Is this tavern inn known thieves? Like it's like a like a cop bar but thieves bar.
This is a black market place.
We know. Okay.
Yeah.
I know that. So
Now,
like I'm among friends. for the most part.
Every citizen or whatever probably would not know that, but those of you who are in the dealings, this place is well established and very deep rooted. You know what it is.
Okay.
But it's done a marvelous job through many years of keeping itself as a legit kind of tavern inn.
I guess my thing was like I don't want to be sneaking around and then somebody's like, "Who was sneaking? Look at that guy!"
No, you'll be able to easily go into the back door.
Yeah, and like I've got my pendant out to indicate like, "Yo, dog, I'm cool."
Sure.
And I would just try to basically almost not sneaking in, but like sneak up on him, but like quietly like walk in, close the door behind me,
Yep.
and just clear my throat. Like,
And at this time, Thieves is gonna start like either wait. Are you want him like what do you want Thieves to do? Are you waiting to give him like a command, or is he gonna just instinctively just?
I want Thieves to be like tailing
Yep.
Carrick and then like passively like floating above people and keeping an eye.
Gotcha. Okay.
so
And just to let me know if
If
anything
anything's
concerning happens or if they spot anyone of interest.
Got it.
Yeah, because I gave Thieves a description of the tiefling that I saw before
Okay. Perfect.
they left.
I'll walk in and just like sit down, like it's just totally familiar. We have a problem,
Well, you're telling me is what Raxus is gonna say. Well, the whole city's looking.
What's going on? What happened?
They're all searching for the captain.
What? I thought that the Countess was privy, per se.
No,
Or on at least cool.
she's political. Take it for what it's worth, is what I'll say.
Does she have some kind of financial interest? Does she want to make sure she gets her cut bigger?
She's always looking to push out the things she can't get her hands on.
It's a control thing.
She claims it to be essentially like protecting the harbor, but you know how that goes.
Seems to me that like the harbor is being protected by the measures we're taking, and benefiting
Potentially.
the people of
Yep.
that.
The
Then
other
Sunken
place-
Sail Islands.
Sunken sail.
They've been a little strained as of late. See, the mistress, probably a month or so ago, has lifted that kind of ban to where anybody can fish off their islands.
I see. What is she playing at? What are your thoughts?
I don't get into that. I just do what the boss tells me to do.
Have any...
Speaking of the boss, he's upstairs waiting for you in his room.
Can I make my way up there?
You know the way. I'm not going to stop you.
Slink, slink, slink. I'll kind of give, like... I'll be like... Obviously, I can't see him, but I'll be like, I'm heading upstairs, guy.
Yep. So you make your way upstairs. You'll find his private kind of office / room that he keeps here, and you'll see that there's a guard outside the door, and it'll be dressed in kind of a long black cloak. You'll see they have a short sword kind of poking out of the cloak just to indicate, hey, I'm armed.
Does he have a pendant on?
It does. He'll have an indicator. Yep. And then he'll kind of extend his hand, kind of putting it towards your chest. Like, hold on a second. Who are you? What do you want?
I'll just pull out my pendant. Like, I have desperate need to speak with Octavius.
Is he expecting you?
Yeah, I believe so.
What's your name?
Cleric. Or Carrick.
Cleric.
Cleric.
Wrong
We're gonna pray.
Wait here one moment. He'll step inside the room, and you'll hear kind of muffled conversation behind the door, and then you'll hear the kind of the familiar barking of Octavius, and then he kind of comes out like he's just been fucking scorned or shouted at. He'll see you right this way. And opens the door. You'll see the tiny little gnome kind of pacing back and forth in front of his desk. What took you so long?
I see you've gotten the news.
Yeah, it's all over town.
What the hell's going on?
You tell me. You guys show up and shit goes crazy.
Well, I mean, I was on a boat for the last week, so...
What did that captain of yours do?
We haven't done a thing today.
Oh, come on. He has to do something. He can't... Anyway, we gotta fix this. The heat's on.
The heat is on. Like, I don't even understand what in the world is the point of all of this.
Nor do I. Apparently Beckett's entangled in it, and I don't want no part of it. Bad for business. Bad for business is what he says.
Is there heat on any of these other operations, or is it just Beckett?
It's Beckett.
And what does the Countess have against him? They seem to be chummy.
Well, perhaps he tried to do something he wasn't supposed to do with the Countess, and, she got scorned or something. I don't know.
God damn it. So I'm guessing this shipment is...
Oh, it's outside of town waiting.
Oh, it's still happening?
Well, yeah, I couldn't intercept it in enough time. The communication wasn't available. I've got it parked outside of town under wraps, but I don't know how long I can hold it for.
Has the Countess been in to question you?
Not yet. Her guards are trying, but Raxus does his job.
God, I love Raxus. I need to talk to the captain before anything happens.
Well, if you find him, let him know I'm not happy with him, and if I see his face anywhere near my establishment, there'll be hells to pay.
Don't be so quick to scorn the captain. I'm not sure how much I believe the Countess is the Countess. I may have additional information. I'm not going to speculate right now, but let us not be hasty. Please have some patience with me.
Oh, I've got patience, but when it starts messing with my income and my businesses, that's where I draw the line. The line, I say.
Right at my knees.
Right.
The line. Just as well as I do, my interest lies with getting gold and benefiting the people. So, cool your jets. Let me make some more, appointments. See the captain, talk to him, find out what the hell is going on. And, has he been in tonight? You haven't seen him?
No, I haven't seen him.
Your eyes on the street haven't seen him? Nobody's kind of whispering about it?
No, I would have turned him over if I would have seen him at this point.
Okay, well, I'm off to the brothels.
That's where you'll find him as you're leaving.
And I'll start...
Hells to pay is what you hear as he closes the door.
And I thought... What's your name?
Hopper?
I thought Hopper was dramatic. I say to myself, I'm going to... I will... Before I walk out... Has Clarifus been in today?
Who are you asking?
The
guard?
Octavius. Have you seen Clarifus today?
Who in the hells is Clarifus?
Clarifus.
Yeah, I said, who in the hell is Clarifus?
9, so... Okay. Just wondering. I'm the guy I'm looking for.
How does nobody know who this bitch is?
Okay. Well.
Because my wife did a good job writing this.
Yes.
Shout out wife.
I'm going to.
Hashtag shout out wife.
All right, so
Wifey, I'm leaving, and I'm gonna go head towards his favorite spots and just start looking for the captain.
next favorite spot that he's got is going to be the wayward, not binding. It's called the wayward seaman.
Maybe the wayward
Even
binding.
better, the wayward seaman.
Nobody likes wayward seamen.
Is this a joint
Oh,
venture?
That's just bad.
That's just...
To hear.
That's like some nasty shit.
I need them.
business.
I need
That's how
the
you end up
semen to
with
know
cum in
their
your
way,
hand. What?
and it's not there.
That's how you
Okay,
end up with cum in
let's
your hand.
get to you three. What are you three doing?
I left the two of them.
Okay,
and I
yes.
popped off.
You've paid for the book. Now, what are the two of you going to do?
So,
I'm going to tell you
Are there-
that Thieves has reported nothing during this time, other than increased guard activity.
do I see any sort of thieves' cant or anything suggesting anything infernal, or is there
Nope.
any? No.
Nope.
It's gotta be in the book.
Oh yeah, what do I? I'm gonna check out this book.
Sure.
Kind of looking for generic information on like. Actually, I'll message Thieves. Thieves. What kind of infernal is Clarifus?
Fiend.
Perfect. And I'll look up like the whatever information they have on fiends in that book.
Sure.
That is what am I rolling? Investigation?
Is Clarifus her
Let's
real
do
name?
let's do like a yeah, we could do an investigation. That's fair. Let's do that.
Okay. That's 19 plus 3.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff about fiends in there.
Anything that I feel like might be relevant to our current situation or would be helpful.
Let's say that. Oh man, I didn't really do all my homework, but I'm gonna go with my old memory here. Most fiends are typically like shape changers or deceivers, is what you're kind of leaning at. The ability to polymorph, the ability to deceive people by through appearances and things in order to kind of like work their wills or whatever it is upon them. I'll give you that with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how helpful that was, but
And like that transmutation that I detected on Viscountess Whitley.
Yep.
I felt like that's a glamour
It was
type situation.
More like an alter self.
Exactly. More like a polymorph, shape change kind of magic vibe. Less of a I've got some sort of item that glamours me into something else or changes it. It's more of a actual like magic ability.
There's
spell or
flesh under the flesh, basically.
Yes, correct.
And she looked the same.
God.
I'm metagaming. She looked the same to me as she's always looked.
Absolutely,
Okay.
100%.
Got it. But I would know just from my own assessment. I'm like, we were not talking to the Viscountess.
You have a strong feeling that this person is a very good. Yeah, like it's a personator or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
a good fake.
Got it.
Okay. I have an unhinged
Like,
idea and then like a slightly normal idea.
I wanna
The
hear
normal
them both.
idea is to see if there's like
Yeah,
any
normally.
kind of churches or anything that may be able to tell us about any weird infernal shit that's been going
Love
on.
it.
There are
The
okay.
unhinged idea is to sneak into this bitch's house.
I had the same fucking.
I like
But
sneaking.
listen.
I like
listen.
sneaking into the bitch's house.
Same.
I'm gonna be honest.
Same.
So do I.
Wait till I
frankly.
get back. I'm gonna say to the imp, listen, let's sneak into that bitch house.
Carrick says, "Wait for her."
Said the shit.
It's probably
I
at
gotta
this
eat
point.
crazy
Aquatic as
bitch's
fuck.
clear instructions.
I'll say at this point, you guys. Hops come back and he's got like what looks like just appears to be like a bowl of sprinkles, and he's just like snacking on them.
Where did you find Jimmy's?
Oh, they were at the funnel cake stand, and well, really these are the best parts. So I just bought a bowl. Anyway, what'd your ladies find?
Don't know that's gonna agree with you later.
Oh, I'll be fine. His little foot is like thumping on the ground.
It's just so fast.
As it gets like quiet, you hear, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
My actual stomach.
You use the whole bowl, you get a free haste.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a free haste.
Enough sugar, 1 round of haste.
But you also get
You get the downsides of haste.
ketoacidosis.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
not just rash.
All right, so what's our next play? Where are we at?
All right. So you think it's a shape changer of some kind?
I think so. I don't think we were talking to the Viscountess. I'm going to be real with you.
You know, I
How's your swimming?
my swimming.
He's hopped up on sugar. He's good to go.
I mean, I could be the motor at this point.
Just put him at the end of the motor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can swim. That's not my preferred method of transportation. But I can swim. I'll get a little waterlogged hair, but it's fine. Well,
Thinking we need to go explore her home a little more thoroughly.
well, I don't know if she'll allow us in her home. What are you
She's not
suggesting?
allowing.
No.
Oh, you want to break in.
Yes.
So we steal things and we break into places.
I'll put it to you this way, Hopper. A countess is missing, and someone's impersonating her. Don't you think it's the right thing to do a little thorough investigating?
That is a fair point.
I don't think she would mind if we end up saving her.
You are very persuasive. You know that? It's like you've had some
I
practice
am.
in this. All right. I think you're right. I think we need to. Under the cover of dark is that the plan?
Would be ideal.
Yikes.
How heavily guarded do we think she is?
Help
100.
cover our path.
Oh. All right. Okay. I think Carrot would.
We
agree
also
with
have
this
thieves
plan.
to scout ahead.
Well, that's right. Okay. Let's
Stop
get.
calling me a thief.
Let's.
I keep every time.
Do you appear when you say that? Are you
No.
doing this again?
No, I'm at the brothel.
All right. We definitely should find Carrick.
She's at the brothel.
Can I make a history check thinking back to fiends that shape change, and are there any that pop out?
Well, you know imps shape change, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I know imps can shape change, but kind of on the level that we're like the level of basically trying to identify what Clarifice is.
That's true. In the book, is there like a specific fiend for shape changing, or
I'll tell you what. With the book, if you guys work together, I'll give one of you guys advantage, whoever wants to do this, and I'll allow you to do a religion check. No. Yeah, make a religion check. The book will give you advantage, but it's a high number.
What's your?
mine's
Oh.
only +1.
I have +0, so like I'll assist, but
I have 0, but I get advantage just because it's about a fiend.
I had +2, but I'm not there. I would like to ask thieves as we're walking back.
Sure.
Talia, I think you should do it.
Did you
Me?
recognize the
Yeah.
smell of that lady at all? Was the Countess familiar to you in a non-visual way?
I would say with all of the sea breeze blowing and being kind of assigned to go check around and things like that, that he really didn't have any time to sniff.
And did he
close enough.
recognize the land?
I did
like, the
ask.
place?
I did ask him when we got there. I was like, "Does this seem okay?" Like checking the Viscountess out or whatever. And then I sent him.
Did he seem like? I'm asking. Like, did it look familiar? Like,
Are we sure Thieves isn't a double agent?
So the best,
I do have his real name.
like I was saying, essentially, he did not recognize her. If this was a Clarifice, it's a form that
He's never seen
never
before.
seen before.
He doesn't
And
recognize.
he hasn't been to
Correct.
her land either, ever.
No, because they usually are. We meet somewhere else.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. I'm just thought crossed my mind.
Okay,
Sorry.
so let's. You should definitely roll a religion check, but let's track this real quick. These imps were on the boat searching for shit, trying to find answers. trying to find something.
I think they were trying to find any evidence about him smuggling.
So clearly there's only one person that this points to, right?
Yeah.
Like, the only person who's trying to get rid of the
But the
captain.
imps were stealing personal, like, items that were personal to, like, different people.
Important items was the only directive they were given. Was like
imps are not super smart.
That's true. That's
Like,
true.
And they're just like, they literally said, we gotta
Exactly.
get literally anything to bring back to the boss.
It was like, ooh, a shiny, and then they're out here taking, like, letters, like, smutty letters and
I
shit.
think wherever this shit is being teleported, it's like in a storage room in her house. Somewhere.
Yeah.
Is the thought that I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't make sense for Beckett to have had the connection that he has with the Viscountess, and all of a sudden, while he's been gone, she removes the ban. She's trying to get him out.
Yeah, how long have you guys been sailing?
I don't know
how long have you been away since Megan's Landing?
What do you mean?
How long have they been away since?
When's the last
time? The last time they saw
the last time.
Probably about a month or two.
That's a really fucking long, or rather a short time to change all of those things rapidly.
To do that, to
without
go
any
that
conversation either.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they were in magical contact, which I don't think that that's the case. He doesn't seem to have, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think you should 1,000% roll the fucking religion check.
The religion check? So religion with advantage, is there any extra juice anybody can put on this?
No.
Put some stank on it.
You could inspire yourself.
I guess, but I've only got 2 left, and I kind of want to save them. Because I also have all those other abilities that rely on a bardic to spend.
Could we take a long rest now? And since we're invading this house at nighttime,
I'm not like, I'm cool. I can not rest.
It's up to you guys.
Just do the roll. Trust the dice. Trust the dice.
All right.
And if you fail, we're kicking you out.
Okay, so 6 is 6. No pressure, no pressure, no pressure.
Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay. Please. Okay, that is an 11.
11 total? No. Not gonna cut it.
No.
Okay, we're at the Wayward Seaman. The
semen just splurting everywhere.
What you see is a large tavern.
So wayward.
That is
much
so wayward.
Very close to the Blue Dragon.
So
and this is a place where most of the ship's crew and other dock workers would go to. It's a tavern.
So it's more of a tavern with women than it is a brothel. And men. Women and men.
Yes, exactly. It is a legit tavern with a lot of extracurricular activities, or happy endings, or however you want to place it. You enter in, and it's lively. There's a lot of lively music playing. It's upbeat. You see a few familiar places.
Do I know the barkeep here?
This particular one, no. It may be a change of shift or something like that.
Okay. Is his... How am I gonna suss his ass out? I don't see him, obviously, in the room. He's not chilling.
No. Let's play evens and odds. Guess either evens or odds. We like to play that game here.
I will say odds.
Oh. You will, looking around, trying to figure out what you're going to do, you're going to see Zuri in here, drinking a few glasses in.
I'm going to sneak up.
Her face will, look very, down into her glass.
I'm gonna sneak up and, put my arms around her shoulders and just be kiss
she
her
gets
on the
really
cheek.
startled. You can feel all the, her muscles tense up, and she's trying to fight for her weapon, and then she kind of gets that familiar kind of scent and feel, and she just kind of looks up, and her face kind of lights up, and she's, oh, it's you! It's so good to see you. There's some shit going on.
Listen, I know, and I don't want to, take away your shore time, but you might want to go back to the ship before shit hits the fan.
I know. I'm trying to work through processes of what I should do, if I should lay low or what.
Where is he?
He's upstairs in his typical room.
Okay.
He's got company, I forewarn you.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
I'm gonna...
You can get your dick out here.
Exactly.
Put it away.
I'm going to do a big, I'm gonna spin her around. There's music playing and stuff, right?
Sure.
Yeah, people are dancing. But pull her from the table, give her a spin,
There's
give her a
couple
big
old fellas with a
smooch.
squeeze box and a fucking wash tub and.
I give her a spin and give her a big old smooch and say, "Give me a distraction."
Oh, absolutely.
So while she's distracted, I'm gonna sneak up. Like I'm gonna try to sneak upstairs without being seen.
And she's going to like jump up on a table and start kicking glasses as if
That's
she's
my
drunk.
girl.
And everybody is going to begin to cheer
That's
and
my
clap
girl.
along.
I got a 24
Yeah,
stealth.
you'll easily move all the way up the kind of winding back staircases that leads upstairs. There's a whole lot of extracurricular activity in this place.
I go to his normal room and I like walk right in if it's not locked. Or if
Oh, it's locked.
I'm gonna
Cop
thieves
knock.
tool. Yeah. No, I'm gonna thieves tool. I'm gonna.
Oh,
open
you're gonna
it.
pick it?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Respect. Not even that. Fuck nothing.
No. This would he would
Straight.
want.
I'm gonna
this.
walk in while you're mid
Sleight of
stroke,
hand?
bitch.
Well, no, because it's your thieves' tools. Proficiency doubled thieves' tools plus your dex. So it's 6 plus 3, so plus 9.
Yeah, so same as
Oh.
thieves. So that is a 22 to pick the lock.
Easy.
Kick it in. No, I'll just open it. I'll open it and I'll walk in. I'm not being stealthy
No,
anymore.
you open the door and you will catch him right in the act with
I'll
a
grab
tiefling
her clothing and be like, "You're gonna want to
I'm
get
sorry,
dressed,
what?
honey."
female. A tiefling female.
A
As she
familiar?
Well, when you look at her in the face, as she kind of like covers herself up slightly, yes, it's definitely the same one that was.
I'm gonna
there.
throw her clothes and be like, "You're
Wait,
not,
the same one that was in the bar?
That's correct.
you're not there."
I know. I just wanted I wanted to draw that to your attention.
But you know. You do. Yeah, you saw it.
I
What do you
know.
want? Is what he says. As he's just all like balls out, hanging there, looking at you.
Captain,
Yeah,
are you unaware of the situation at hand?
I've literally been tied up for a couple hours. As he kind of like
Literally?
smirks and looks back.
Well, your head is on the chopping block per the Countess.
Oh, what's new is what he's going to say. Is he's going to start going over to pour a glass. I'm always in trouble somewhere for something that I did or didn't do. It's the Countess you should be looking into, is what he's going to say. That she's not been the same since that evening, is what he says.
Which evening?
It was an evening a couple months back in which me and some of the other captains here in the harbor were speaking or drinking with the Countess, is what he says. And she was very particularly interested in like feeding us all drinks, is what he says. And a few things started here and there, and one thing led to another, and before I knew it, essentially, we were back on the ship. The Countess and I was excited because I had finally kind of what I thought was closed the deal on that long-term flirtatious banter back and forth. Let me find my notes before I fuck this up.
She was feeding them?
Yeah, she was buying them drinks, essentially.
Okay. Not like she was trying to force feed us.
No.
In the garden.
No.
She wasn't trying to force feed anybody. You were pretending to be.
Did anybody else feel force fed? Was that just me?
I mean, I flagged that feeding was but I was like feeding them. I'm like, maybe she's just trying to get them drunk.
No, she was providing them with, to
Okay, cool.
basically, more liquor, alcohol.
Go.
And she says, he says that during that night, I don't remember much because I was pretty intoxicated, let's not lie. That is when the various captains of the harbor... Hang on, I'm reading this out here. Had kind of dispersed, and me and her made our way back to the ship. As we went back to the ship, she actually helped me because I was quite drunk, if you will. And I don't remember much other than I staggered into my cabin. I fell onto the bed, and when I looked up, I was starting to black out a little bit. She was like over top of me, but I don't remember too much. When I came to, she was gone, and she's been cold to me ever since, is what he says.
Well, first concerning thing is that's rape, but second concerning thing is it still doesn't explain why all of a sudden this financial arrangement and and beneficial arrangement that you've had for years is now...
I'm telling you, she's a completely different person. She's not who she was.
Where's the real one?
I guess up in her manner, I'm just saying, her personality is completely different. And ever since that night, she's had it out for me. She's changed all the different...
Wouldn't that have been
things
relevant
around-
to tell us when the imps were stealing shit from the ship?
What does that have to do with that?
If somebody has it out for you, don't you think they'd take every measure, especially someone as controlling and as powerful as a countess?
I didn't think nothing of it, is what he'll say.
Captain, I thought you were of higher intelligence than this.
This himbo.
I knew you were about the gold and the sex,
like,
but
hey, buddy,
that is
anyone
it.
possibly not about it?
Anybody?
Anyone at all?
I'm obviously losing respect for him. Not like in a way
Listen,
that's like...
I've been doing my due diligence, don't get me wrong. I have been inquiring to try to figure out what is going on with her, and apparently it's not me. She's completely different around town. In general, is what he's going to say, is he's going to have a seat on the edge of the bed while holding his glass.
And the tiefling's still there?
Yeah, she ain't laughing.
Why was she following me?
I don't think she was... Were you following her? And she says, I wasn't following her.
You were absolutely looking at me.
I literally locked eyes with you at the bar. I was kind of hoping that he was going to follow in. I know who you are, is what she says.
Who are you?
I'm his mistress. I was looking for him.
Get in line.
Well, the line must start here because I'm here and you're not, is what she says.
Not my type. Let me see here. So you're telling me that for months now you've known that she's had it out for you. Then things are being stolen from your ship mysteriously, which you did not let me know about. And
But
now...
the thing of it is even though it's been for a month or several months time frame, it's never been this drastic. Does that make sense? Essentially, like, the cold shoulder started, different things happened, subtle little things that just don't make sense to me, but is showing a change in her personality. The biggest or last straw is what she's done to the people over the last several weeks or months of my homeland and the islands, we'll say.
And she's
evil.
She called us. She summoned us as we walked off the ship.
I know.
All four of us.
I saw from my quarters is what he's going to say.
And how would she have known that us four specifically?
I don't know. The same reason she's planning imps on the ship? I mean, what are we doing here? Like,
I don't know.
all I can
okay.
say is she has contacts in other ports. The only thing I can think of is that she's either been tracking my manifest, my various shipping logs and such.
I mean, if the imps are on the ship stealing the... I'm not there.
Well, she wants your head. She's looking for every single reason for you never to come back, and if whoever she is would prefer that you don't come back at all costs. So it is my best recommendation that you at least get back to the ship.
Okay.
For safekeeping.
You'll see that
Take
he starts
whoever you
taking
want.
that into his account. He's going to start getting himself put together, and he'll say, some other time. That's where he looks at her, and she says, fine. She's going to start putting herself together to leave.
Please be safe. Take Zuri with you. She's downstairs.
Okay.
She can help you. You can help her. You know how I feel.
Okay.
We're gonna have to go. We're gonna be... Watch for signals. That's all I'll say. Watch for signals. We're gonna have to do something about this.
Okay. So he moves over. He'll give you like a little peck on the cheek, and he says, you've always had my back.
Sure, brother.
And then he's going to scamper away.
Gross.
Ugh,
Speeding some time frame up.
I need back up with those guys.
We can, I was going to say, we can just kind of like montage you guys kind of getting back together. If that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we...
Yeah,
I'm assuming we share everything.
Yeah,
that
I
we've
let him
learned,
know.
Right?
Yes.
I'm so disappointed in him, you guys. Like, he was still being honest the whole time, but he was just so stupid he didn't even think about inquiring or letting his brains know.
Well,
Anyway.
Well, to Talia's point... Nope. Well, to Talia's point, there is a damsel in distress that we have to go rescue.
Oh my god.
I'm not generally up for breaking and entering, but when there's a lady's life on the line, someone must stand up and, stand up for the little guy.
Yeah, I think
So
that
honorable.
thieves
Thank you.
Thieves kind of gave me the rundown, and literally, as he was explaining to me, I was having the same, like, we're just gonna have to go into her house. We're just gonna have to go, so...
We could, I could attempt
break
to, I could attempt to distract her from the front while y'all, show up from behind. Say we found a bit of information that y'all are out chasing down some leads, and I just wanted to give her a little bit of an update. And I could swing
Would
around
we
back.
be better to do that, or all just try to infiltrate the house secretly without her knowing?
Yes.
That.
I would prefer the latter, because if we get
I don't
caught
break into
and you are in
places
front
very
of her,
often, so y'all direct me.
I'll,
I can heighten all of our abilities to move stealthily.
And I can also inquire back at the Blue Dragon if I could get a boat for us to cross on and get over there.
How far is the swim from shore to island?
It's a pretty long swim.
So we would
It's
need
like
a
a
boat
15-20 minute boat ride.
from the opposite side. So not from the docks, from the shore.
Oh, that's a little longer.
Over on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll either need a boat, or I could maybe carry you as I walk across the water.
I don't need to be carried like a stuffed animal, alright?
Oh, that's true. There is that really short area where you come in on like the west side of that island.
Yep.
There's like that little peninsula.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's where we have to infiltrate from. Although they would probably assume that that's going to be one of the more heavily guarded areas. Fuck, I don't know.
Well, I would assume the more heavily guarded areas would be the docks and around her house.
Yeah, 1000%.
Okay.
We can send thieves in to, like, scout ahead.
I'm gonna say, Carrick, with your contacts, you'll be able to acquire a boat big enough
Put it
to
on the
take you
captain's
guys over
tab.
there. And if you guys want to do so stealthily, you guys can make like the proper, like if you're gonna use pass without trace, you can trigger that, and then we can do like a group stealth check, and as long as it hits the target number, we can just kind of like montage over there
to the ship or to the area.
Okay.
I'm good with that. And we're doing this at the dead of night, correct? Because
I could. 'Cause I have like
amphibious?
extra good shit at night.
motherfucker can't see at night. So
Oh.
Worst detective ever.
this will be that's
Well.
hateful and spiteful.
how does a rabbit not see
Observative.
at night?
I don't know.
more
It's
effective.
No,
literally.
rabbits are not-
They sleep at night.
Yeah, rabbits aren't nocturnal.
I guess.
For ease, I'll let this be up to your discretion.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I'm going to ask for.
Goggles
For the
of
ease,
lightning.
yep. Would I be able to flex the wayward binding contact to procure a goggles of night?
I would say, yeah, absolutely. Okay. Steve would be able to provide you a pair.
Steve.
Cool. All right.
I feel like that's pretty standard, like
Bounty hunter bear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You gonna go ahead and everybody give me stealth checks and then add +10 if she's gonna.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I will cast Pass Without a Trace and already add +10.
Oh,
Man, I feel extra stealthy today.
Big old goggles on.
27.
Good.
36.
Good.
Oh. Why is my stealth so high?
Oh.
31.
Higher
That
than
is
that.
a natural 20 for a total of 39.
Nice.
Damn.
What?
I
Like-
don't this.
Like
I'm
Shadow, you guys drift.
I am a ghost.
You're going to notice several things. You're going to notice that the heavily guarded area is indeed the docks. You're going to see there's several of those guards are still at the docks. You're going to see that one of the guest houses is alight at night. You can only assume it potentially could be Dagon.
Oh.
There's
Hydra
a
the
little.
Nightkin.
Yep. And you will see that there's just a little bit of light kind of via either torches or kind of like a tiki torch or a lantern or something up there to provide a little bit of light into the main estate. But the estate looks dark. You guys will...
Is there like...
Go
I
ahead.
will say,
Go ahead.
as part of my like umbral sight feature, when I'm in darkness, I'm invisible to any creature that relies on dark vision to see me.
Awesome.
Oh, we lost one, you guys.
What,
Can I be? Can
I
I
thought
be
she was
allowed
a
to
zombie.
see
I
the
didn't know
map?
she was a fucking ghost.
what did you say?
Can I be allowed to see the map? Because all I see is the manor, and then
Yep.
everything is black.
Yep. No, I gotcha.
Should I move
I don't know,
that?
because there's getting a straight
Oh,
screen
wait.
share.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might be going
We're
back
going
to the
back
manor.
there, aren't we? Yes.
Yeah, we're going back to the house.
Did that work for you? If not, you may
I
have to.
still see.
You have to reload on
Just
your own.
refresh your roll 20.
Yeah.
Because mine did that a minute ago.
It's
Let
my
me see,
cloud
let me see, let
cover.
me see.
All right.
And we're Gucci.
So you
All
guys
right.
will
Cash
you
money.
guys will maneuver and make your way all the way around to a spot that looks really good to enter or to make your essentially your assault. You beach essentially your boat.
I hop out.
The only thing is you will have to climb. It's not quite sheer, but it is a little climb to get up that high.
How tall?
It is about
That's
25 feet.
Not a problem.
You're bouncing, boy.
Not a problem. I'm gonna. I got a rope, guys. Hold on.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna just. You guys kind of watch him like look up and down for a second. He does like a couple
Calculations.
little.
Like when cats do. when
Yeah,
they're
like his
working
little
out
butt
or
wiggles
something.
and like
The little
you see his
wiggle.
little tail kind of like flick back and
Oh
forth.
boy.
He's gonna make sure his ears are pulled back,
Aerodynamic.
and he's just going
Jump up
to.
there.
He is gonna clear it.
Okay, you'll see it.
But that is a feature of mine.
7 for athletics or acrobatics.
Well, I'm throwing a rope down to you guys.
So you'll have advantage with the boat.
Okay, that's good. Oh,
That's a nat 20 on my
18.
athletics.
Wow.
Incredible.
18 for me.
Yeah.
I want to think with that nat 20, she sees the rope and then just the 2 claws come out and she
She
it.
just scales the cliff
skitters.
like an
She
undead
just
mermaid.
That they're like the fucking grunge.
Like a spider.
All right.
20 not nat athletics.
Okay. So the entire party will easily make it up the side, and you'll be able to kind of at this point. We transition, I think, to the older map.
Do I need to clear any of these guards? What do I need to?
You can probably clear the guards. Are actually there's going to be 2 guards down by the docks. We'll say that there is those 2 can stay.
Okay.
And then we'll say that there's 1 guard on this here, and then 1 guard over here, and that'll be where the guards are.
And we're approaching from where?
I'm assuming we're
backside?
infiltrating from like the northeast side.
Oh, like up here?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Like the back side of the house? I dig
I
that.
don't think so. I mean, if we landed on the shore, we could have walked the wall
Yeah.
to a point that was closer to the house.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Sure. So I would
So
say,
you're
I would say
here.
you guys would have made your climb. You're kind of all the way up there. Perfect.
Knowing that there are people who secretly hide, that's what I'm looking for
Sure.
when we get up here.
All right. So your passive perception is not going to detect anything.
Can I make an active perception?
You sure can. I'm going to say
20.
I would also like to do that.
Yeah, come on, Ranger.
Ring-
Come on, Ranger.
Come on, Ranger.
I want to.
23, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Up there.
You guys are going to make it without detecting or seeing anyone up here.
Not good.
Not good. The 23 is
Not
good.
good. Bad.
I think the coast is clear.
Yep.
Any back entrances? Any?
No, there is one entry point to this building, and that is the front. There are windows that you can go through, but they're probably built for you and less for Talia. I'll give you that.
Huge.
All right. Do we?
Yeah, too big.
I am too big.
Does it look like there's a basement to this?
No.
No basement.
Nope.
We can go up this part.
So it is a 2-story structure, and that is all that we see.
That's it. It's dark. There's no light in there.
There's no light.
You can't see things from your current position.
I do have 90 feet of dark vision, so if it's completely dark and there's like a window or something, can I creep up and
Yeah, absolutely.
peek in a window?
There should be like 2 or 3 windows on that side that you guys are at, so you can easily peek into one. I'm going to go ahead and take this off since you're looking in there. There's actually things in there.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it took me a long time to do. Let me
Looks
show
awesome.
you ladies.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good. I will peel back the layers, I hope.
Gimme.
Gimme.
Ooh.
Oh.
So that's the first floor.
What you got in that room? Not
So
the owl bear
you're-
rug. This
you're-
bitch.
You're going
This
to
bitch.
you're going to look in there and see essentially where you're looking at. You're seeing more of the kitchen side. There's a table with some
Okay.
chairs set.
Yes, like-
There is a very low kind of glowing fire in the fireplace, which is a dual purpose for heat and cooking. You'll see that there's a sink directly across the way, right about here. And that's what you got. You can like scamper to the next window to see that this is more of the living space. You'll see a beautiful snow white winter owlbear rug that's laid out. Beautiful furniture. There's like an L-shaped kind of like settee couch in this far corner. Ornate tables and chairs that are set here.
Like a receiving room almost.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, we are in like a nice tropical island environment, and a lot of times when people live in those places, they leave their windows open or unlocked, so a nice sea breeze can come in.
So
Or
there,
these windows.
you're not wrong. There's literally like no windows. They're just openings,
But they're small.
but they're very tiny.
There's
There is a door.
Can
not-
I do like a
I'm not
perception
big.
check just to hear if there's people like walking around upstairs?
Sure.
Yeah, did you see any movement in the windows too?
16.
Okay, you don't hear anything other than the party taking place down in kind of the guest house area.
Oh, there's a party?
Yeah, you assume it's Dagon.
Throwing a party.
Yeah, on the island.
Perfect. That's awesome.
So this house looks totally empty.
Appears to be. And did you say you wanted to hop in the window?
If she's going in the window, I'd go in with her.
I would like an athletics or an acrobatics for you. Just to kind of like, you're also an elf.
Can I help her? Like if I'm like helping
Sure.
kind of boost her?
Sure, let's do that, and then yeah, you can easily kind of hop into them.
Do you want me to roll anything? Acrobatics?
No.
The door's closed or anything?
Why don't you guys let me...
The main entry door is closed. What is your athletics or acrobatics?
15 for me.
Oh, that's easy. It's with the assistance right in, so you can put your token in the house wherever you would have like entered in.
Kitchen? Do you want to say kitchen? Or do you want to go in the library?
Yeah, probably, because stairs. Well, actually, no, I would go into the living room because it's dark in there so I can stay invisible.
Okay, yeah, let's yeah, I'd go with you. And then I would actually, if I can, I'd love to go, I'm going to peek out the back and go, let me check the front door. And I'm going to run to the front, sneak to the front, and look out the window to see, sneakily, to see if the guards are looking towards the home. Who's by the front door? And who's watching the front door is what I'm trying to figure out.
Of
The manor.
there's no guards at the door.
Just at the dock.
Just down by the dock.
And are they facing away?
The party has most of them distracted
Okay.
of what's going on.
I'll
So they're
Come on back.
they would be like lightly guarding. Like they're
Okay.
doing their job, but they're not really like focused or paying attention.
I'm gonna
Tyler, yeah.
bunny hop back and go, come around front, guys. And I'm gonna go to the front door, and is it locked?
What is this little? Yeah.
The
go
front
ahead.
door is locked.
I will pick that lock.
You can
Go
just
right ahead.
open it
And
as a
what
person
were
on the
you
inside,
asking,
right?
Nearest?
I don't think so.
I was gonna like
There's
what
no
this
etiquette
little
key.
like cylindrical area is.
You kind of peek in that direction, and there's an archway, and you can see with your dark vision that every one of those walls is a bookcase, and there's a big, beautiful like wooden desk that sits in the center of the room. It's not like very big, but it's enough to where you could go in and a couple people could get in there. There's a bunch of like books and different things that are on the desk. Best you can tell, it looks like a personal office.
15.
I'm gonna go in there and look for weird infernal shit.
Okay.
15 for the front door.
You are going to pick the lock, and as soon as you get to that doorway, you're going to hear a disturbance being Neris. As you hear what sounds like something scraping across the floor, as you literally watch the owlbear rug begin to lift up, and you see all these like tendrils and like fleshy bits underneath it, and it has these tentacles that are kind of like lashing out. And I'm gonna say that you have seen something like this before. It's a mimic owlbear rug.
And it's
Well, that's
who is it
fortunate.
going after?
It's literally been alerted once she got to the doorway.
Oh, and it like rose itself up because she got to the doorway.
And that's it, right, as its face was facing the doorway, so it's a guardian. So we're gonna go ahead and go into an initiative.
Oh fuck!
I'm gonna shoot her fucking rug.
Did I unlock the front door?
Yes, but not before the initiative kicked.
No way for me to.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I unlocked it.
Let me run and get the miniature. Actually, I painted a miniature of this.
This is gonna be awesome. I'm excited.
15. 21. I'm gonna see if I can find my pretty dice that's on the floor.
Charisma.
15 is my initiative.
I got a 11. Worst rogue ever.
Rogues don't necessarily have to go first.
That's not
Worst
every rogue is
ever.
not every rogue is designed for that.
Worst rogue ever.
Guys, we're fighting a rug.
Yes.
Clearly, she's evil.
Fighting a rug.
Anybody
Yeah.
who has a rug that does that shit is evil. Right? Isn't that how it works?
Your rug is alive.
Every
100%.
rug is alive.
Ah, there's the baby.
Okay, since we're in combat.
Alright, that's what it looks like. You guys can take a look at it.
OMG.
Oh Jesus,
I'm
man!
not gonna talk about
the
what that looks
fuck?
like.
Who hurt you? That's what I want to know, Eric.
I'll send you guys a photo.
It's
That's fucking crazy.
it's disgusting. It's repulsive.
Can you guys see it?
Yeah, I can see a little bit of
Kind
it.
of, yeah.
It looks like an owlbear, but then just has tentacles coming out where its body
Like
should be.
tendrils and shit.
Yep.
Fuck me.
Looks awesome.
Because you guys can't make it through the window, right? Well, you haven't tried.
I'm all the way around front, so.
Talia
wouldn't
down
matter.
That's right.
there. She's
That's
I'm
too
just
right.
gonna come in the unlocked door eventually.
Yeah, I gotta
That's
come
right.
around the front.
Okay.
Well, actually,
Didn't somebody
He
get help
did say Talia's not somebody who can fit through these
Yes,
windows.
Talia cannot fit through these windows.
but you did
But
tell
I
them to
can
come.
Misty Step.
Oh, well, there you go then. Okay, Neris, you had what was your initiative?
Final sneak attack to my
16
own
plus
self.
6, 22.
Talia.
Oh, I was a 15.
Carrick.
8. I mean 11.
11 is what you have.
Yeah.
And then Hopper.
15.
Okay.
What's your dex, girl? Talia?
Me?
Yeah.
2
Already got it.
plus 2.
Okay.
Let's see. Better roll for
Because
this.
we're at the same initiative count.
Oh, got you.
Oh, Owlbear mimic sad.
Love to hear it.
Bet you do. Dex is okay. So it is going to. It has a 9 on the initiative, so it's going to be last.
Thanks.
Thanks.
That's kind of what we got. We have Neros going first, Hopper, and Talia. You guys can. I like to play it here to where you guys can essentially go at the same time. You can duo it up. You can, however you want to do. You can switch back and forth during the initiative. Go ahead.
Quick question, DM.
Yeah.
Did the owlbear get triggered because of sight?
The owlbear did get triggered because of, I would say, motion, not necessarily sight. It would have been more like motion activated.
Like,
I know,
Neris got
I
close
know
to the
that you're
door.
invisible because of your thing, right? Isn't that like your feature?
Basically, like whenever she's in darkness,
If I'm
on top
in-
of
if I'm in
If it's got
darkness,
blind sense,
um,
it doesn't matter.
That's
I'm
what I'm saying.
invisible.
That to me, it would have been equipped, or the stats that I've got set up for it are equipped for like blind. It's meant to catch anything.
Yeah, it has like blind
Got it.
sight.
Yep.
Probably
Got it, got it,
movement
got it.
detection.
Correct. Okay, so with that, you're up. You're the first.
Alrighty. Dread Ambusher. We're gonna shoot the rogue 3 times.
You're gonna take it
I'll
out.
do a weird
We're not
attack
gonna have to do anything.
first.
Owlbear's like 140 or something HP.
Me and
This thing
Hopper on
looks tough.
opposite sides being like,
It's a work.
okay, she got it.
So, 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Nice, nice. So that's just an extra d8 on that guy. So 2d8 plus 5. That's 8. 2. 7. 7 and 5 is 12. 12 damage for the first arrow.
Sorry.
Second arrow. 19 to hit.
It does.
And then 9 more on the second arrow. Third and final arrow. 16 to hit
Does.
for 9 more. So 9, 18 plus 12. Wasn't that what I said? 12
Yeah.
first?
Yep.
Is
Math.
my brain's not working.
9, 18
30.
plus 12,
30.
39.
Got it. Okay.
No, 18 plus 12. The last two were
Oh,
9.
18.
So 18
18.
plus 12 is
And then-
30.
And then 9.
No, 30 total.
Oh, 30 total.
12 on the 12 on the first arrow, 9 on the second, 9 on the third.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So you riddle arrows into this thing, and it kind of makes this undulating noise as its tendrils or pseudopods are trying to like coming in your direction for flavor, more or less. That will, if you are done, that'll bring us to Hopper.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna make it easier for you to hit.
The door.
Talia. Yeah. Front door's
Okay.
unlocked. Having seen that, we're talking shield off the back, scimitar out,
Okay.
like within moments, and it's got a very slight curve. It's a dark, like meteorite-looking blade. And as he cuts across, Neris, you'd hear this. He mutters something under his breath and holds out his hand as he takes the first strike.
Sure.
And the first strike is going to be 14 plus 7 hit, 21 to hit.
Does.
Okay. When I hit a creature with a weapon, he is now filled with this creature, unless it is immune to fear. It now has disadvantage on the next saving throw it has.
So.
And he's going to take 9 points of slashing damage.
It does, and I also need you to make a strength save.
I need to make
a strength check. I'm gonna do it that way.
like an athletics or just a straight.
What was your damage?
3 plus 6, which is 9
Okay.
of slashing damage.
When you slash into it, it adheses to it.
Oh, it sticks to it?
Yeah. So you got to pull your blade free. If you
Okay.
don't, it's gonna keep it.
And you watch as the bloods burst from the vessels in his wrist explode for a second. And I'm going to do Blood Cursed of Binding, which he now has to make a strength saving throw at disadvantage because of the blade if he's not immune to fear. At 14. And I'll tell you what happens if he makes it.
And disadvantage. No, he passes.
He passes at
Correct.
disadvantage.
Yeah, at a 13 and 15 on the die.
Silvery barbs.
Love it. Love to hear it.
Well, that was a nat 20, so.
Fuck!
Lowest number is 13
Uh,
plus
for the shot.
numbers.
that, yeah, totally didn't happen. And I guess I'm using my second attack to yank the blade out of it.
Yep. So go ahead and give me the strength.
Oh, 18.
Okay. It rips free.
Cool. I'm gonna bounce back and get out of its sphere.
Yep.
And I'm gonna use Rabbit Hop to do it. It does not provoke any opportunity attack, and I can jump 15 feet out of the way. So
Yep.
I'm actually gonna jump 15 feet into the kitchen.
Sure.
Is where I'm going. I'm gonna use her for me. Cool. That ends my turn.
Okay. So you are in the kitchen.
And pulling the blade out didn't do any damage.
No.
Okay. Lovely. That's Whisper this. Try not to hit it with like melee stuff. That's not his accent at all.
Why is Patch here?
Try not to hit it with any melee stuff.
You don't get a free action with a slow southern draw. You have you have to say half your sentence in one turn.
That's
and then
true.
Next sentence in the next.
In my next turn.
His accent changes under stress.
That's yep.
Okay, next up will be Talia.
Yeah, perfect. I was just double checking.
Oh wait, does he have blood in his body?
He has something. I mean, it's showing signs
Does Rug
of like
have
an
blood?
ichor or something like that.
Does the rug have blood?
Well, no, because I can't cast blood maledicts on creatures that do not have blood in their bodies.
It's an ichor or a
He was
So I can still hold on to that blood curse, or no?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Well, I'll go with that. Let's roll with it.
Cool. All right. Sorry, guys. You're up.
You're good. No worries. All right. We're gonna do a super. How's it looking?
It's pretty rough. You can see some of the tendrils have like been separated from the body and are kind of wriggling underneath it. It's got a lot of this ichor kind of like dripping on the floor. It looks rough.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna still stay outside, but I can see it through the window, and the window's open.
Yep.
So you're just gonna see like that bright flash of indigo again, and Hopper, I think from where he is, and Neris as well, like it's gonna be so quiet, almost imperceptible, but her mouth is moving, and there's just like the softest whisper of a song reaching the mimic, and I'm gonna do a second level dissonant whisper.
Hate it. Fucking hate it. You are terrifying.
Oh my fucking god. Okay.
Exactly.
12.
To hit?
That was 2 4s, a 6, and a 2. Oh no. I think he makes wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
14.
It had no.
But it has disadvantage because of Hopper.
That's only on the next saving throw, I think. Let me double check that.
Well, it doesn't beat it. It rolled a 5 on the die.
Oh, okay, cool.
It is not going to beat a 12. So it
Okay,
takes.
6. So then 12 damage.
Okay, so how do you want to do this?
Nice.
Ooh. I love it. Yeah, I think it is just that, like, just it's just out of Neris and Hopper's like range of hearing, but you can tell there's like a little bit of softness. But this thing starts to like rack and writhe as like the song enters like whatever orifice is its ears, I guess.
Right.
And it just like curls in on itself and withers away.
Yeah, you're gonna hear subtly, kind of in your ear, probably Thieves be like, yes, like he's excited. keep doing what you're doing.
Oh my god, he's my Dark Urge butler.
Yeah. So yeah, the creature will essentially just kind of like melt into kind of this ichor or goo, and then the owlbear kind of skin goes over top of it and just lays over what remains of it. Is all is quiet so far.
Hopper's gonna look over at Neris and go, I mean, are your arrows poisoned? Did you take them down?
no. I'm just quite good at placing them.
Are we out of initiative or still?
That's it. Free reign. You guys are good.
There's
to
no
go.
guard interaction. They didn't hear the bear come to life and freak out.
Not that you're aware of.
Can I skulk up a bit to see if there's any alarm? I'm still outside.
Yeah,
I'm
you're good.
on the
Yeah,
front
they
stoop.
look completely consumed with the party that's going on.
Okay, all right. I will open the door then and go on in because I'm like, what in the hell is all the commotion, y'all?
Well, the door would have been open because Hopper went in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can.
You probably walk
He
in,
unlocked
and
it
Hopper
and-
is just sitting there stabbing the rug on the ground, like making sure it's dead.
You
Neris
guys,
is
it's
fine.
a rug.
Like, Neris is just retrieving her arrows out of the rug. She's like,
Yep.
what's commotion?
So you get half of the ones you shot back.
Why are y'all stabbing a rug? I didn't hear any. Like I was outside.
You need
It did come
It
alive.
came to life.
Talia, front door's open. Come on.
Was a mimic.
Oh yeah, I came in.
Oh,
Okay. So you guys are in the house. You can see the office. You can see the dead mimic. You can see the kitchen. There's a set of steps that lead up to the second floor. What are we doing?
I'm gonna look around for a hatch.
Oh.
Then you're looking
Yeah.
for.
Yes.
I'm gonna send Thieves for a quick look around upstairs so we know what we're getting into.
Sure.
10,
Yeah, can I try to take a peek into
I'll
the
assist you with
office
that.
now?
I'll assist you with that.
Sure can.
Another investigation roll. 10.
No hatches.
2 8s.
No hatches.
I'm gonna put a knowledge from passive on.
If I'm hiding
All
somebody
right.
and putting them in the basement.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The little pouches that we got, are they still bags of holding and it's just the teleport enchantment that went away?
Sure, let's do that. I like it.
Okay, I'm taking this owl rug.
You're taking the rug? You're shoving the dead
It's a-
mimic
yeah.
rug.
It's a
That meaty, blood-filled mimic rug.
Yes.
it's a
100%.
very tiny pouch.
To be fair, that's very hag aesthetic.
That's.
That's the whole deal.
I'm like, I know exactly where this would go.
Yeah. Back home at the hut. Like,
So it's
great.
it's a very tiny
Blood,
pouch,
guts, and all.
and there are a
Thank you.
lot of sharp things.
It's
on
a very tiny pouch, but
There's
it does
a lot of sharp
hold a lot of
things on the owlbear that you could pierce it. You'll have to make a check to see if you get it
Okay, hold on.
Just hold those.
I'll take off the claws,
in. Okay.
and I'm gonna
Hold
have
those in.
the word.
Put it in there meaty
Give me
side
a-
out.
Tell you what, give me a survival check to see if you can like prepare it well enough to take the rug.
Ooh, hold on. What's my survival? That is an 18.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
I'm not gonna argue with that. 15 is what I had it. You're gonna spend a lot of time, but I'm gonna let you get the owlbear rug for sure.
While people are looking about,
Yeah.
I'm just picking these little nails off.
Home decor shop.
Absolutely. All right. So no hatch on the first floor. You've examined that, Carrick. We're gonna go to.
I got a 21
Excellent.
for like the office
Excellent.
library.
So what you see is that, as described previously, the floor is basically floor to ceiling with bookshelves all across the back walls. You saw the large desk that has a bunch of like mundane items, a few mundane items. Let me put that there. There is a journal that looks like it's there. There's a quill and pen, a pen holder. You see a ship's helm statue that is affixed to the top of the desk. You see a map of Stygian with a few markings on it. There's a deck of tarot cards, and there's a scrap of paper with the numbers 3, 2, and 9 in that office.
I'm gonna take the scrap paper with the numbers, and I'm gonna take the journal.
Okay.
And can I just really quick flip to the last entry of that journal and
Nice.
see what the date was, and lightly skim it?
If open to the last entry, it'll be dated several months ago. And the entries really,
Okay.
they're like nothing special, but it kind of corresponds with everything in the timeline.
Is it like about the same-ish time as what he perceived as a
it all,
difference?
yeah, exactly. It'll all correspond with what's been leading up to this.
And she
Okay.
seems like a woman that habitually writes in
when
that
you
journal
do that,
and wouldn't just
you-
stop.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yes.
Oh, I was just saying, like, from the entries, seems like she writes the entries regularly, and it's out
Yes.
of the ordinary that she
Yes.
wouldn't have kept it up.
Yeah, correct. While you're getting the journal and looking at the things on the desk, the helm statue stands out to you, to where you start to walk away and then you take a glance. There's something different about the statue. It's not just your ordinary statue.
I think
Go ahead.
nurse would call Talia. Can you come look
Mhm.
at this, please?
She'll, like, finish shoving the
Stuff in your meaty rug.
Fucking weird sisters
The
over
whole
here.
The bag burps.
I'm so full now.
So when the two of you kind of get into this very tight office space,
Bags of holding and put them inside
and
each
you
other.
point this out, you're going to see that the ship
deployed.
helm statue is like a 10-inch helm replica. There's a tiny little wooden spoked wheel, and then right behind it is a navigation box, or in front of it is a navigation box. And you're going to see that on the navigation box is 3 slots for 3 numbers. There's a 1, 1, and a 5 in the navigation box. I'd say you even go enough to kind of like tinker with it, and there's like if you spin the wheel like with your finger, it clicks like a combination to a safe, like click 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 click, and you watch as the numbers will turn.
That sheet of numbers, that had 4 numbers on it, though, not 3,
Three.
right?
3, 2, 9.
3, 2,
They
and
had
9.
3. 3
Oh,
9.
then yeah, I will put 3, 2, 9.
Okay, how
in
do
that.
you want to do that?
What do you mean? How do I want to do that?
So if you like take your finger and flip the wheel to the right, one set of number changes. The middle number will change.
And it's at 115 right now?
It's at 115.
Okay.
So when she turns the wheel to the right, the middle number changes?
I'm sorry. When you turn it to the right, the first number will change. If you spin it back to the left, it goes the middle number. So you know that it's like a combination or a master lock, essentially.
It's
So
like
do-
dun, dun,
Right.
Around,
Well, I mean, yeah,
around one.
I have thieves' tools. So, I mean, yeah, I think I'll approach it just like I'm trying to crack a safe.
Can I do a quick investigation just to make sure this bitch ain't trapped?
Sure.
And also, I
I know I'm
can
the last bitch that should be making this.
Then
but
I'll also do a little.
Sure.
I have a +9 to my.
Yeah, we got a +9 rogue over here for thieves'
Thieves.
tools.
If we don't have that kind of level, I can also try and figure that out for us.
We also
Yeah, I think Talia with my 7, I look at it and I'm like, I'm not the one. And
Yeah,
I also kind of lean over and like ask for oh god, I'm blanking.
Eric.
Carrick. Yeah, Carrick.
Yeah.
I'm between Carrick and fucking Clarificent or whatever the fuck her name is.
Clarifus.
I'm looking. I'm basically hopping between windows and keeping an eye out, as well as trying to listen for any movement upstairs, or the thing. Like I'm basically just watch.
Yeah, it's dead silence. It's quiet.
Like, is that
Have I gotten
Literally-
anything back from Thieves?
No, Thieves is going to tell you that all that up there is a small little, like, writing area is the best he can describe. And there's a bedroom and a fireplace with some low burning coals in the fireplace.
Okay.
There's a doorway that leads to the balcony.
Can you do a quick fly out to check out this party and just,
Absolutely.
don't do anything rash, but just look and come back.
And see if she's there.
Okay. Well, he goes to
And
do
if
his
she's
task.
there.
So the little combination doesn't look trapped. You're gonna step in and try to see. If you can...
I'll try the combination first, like a normal high school walk, like right, left, around, right, like 3, 2, 9.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's pretty simple.
I'm gonna
Right,
make it look
left.
like I was like really thieves tooling, like
It's
She's
just-
got all the tools out. Everything's
like,
on roll.
putting my ear to the thing.
Is listening to the side of the fucking.
Yeah, it's literally that easy.
I like, and then I
Here's-
just look over at.
Here's what happens. Does everybody have a 15 or higher passive
Yes. Or no, we have a 13.
I
Perception,
do not.
investigation,
I have
insight.
a
in the
16.
office? So those of you who are in the
I'm
office.
not in the office.
So what you're gonna hear is this very tiny little click, and then you hear what sounds like sliding stone, and you look in the floor underneath the desk, like right in that hollow space where you would sit, your chair or whatever, starts to like drop down into a spiral staircase underneath the desk. Once you crack the number.
I'm gonna be looking at the helm that I'm like doing the number here to click and like completely miss the stairs opening because I'm like waiting for the things.
Well,
What is
Staring at the wall.
if that's the
Where's my
case,
treasure?
Yeah,
if that's the case, then you're gonna notice that one of the drawers kind of is where that clicking sound was, and it kind of like pops open just a little bit.
Oh.
A drawer.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna assume that's the only thing that happened. So I'm gonna be like, you guys, it's right here. It's right here, you guys. And then see the stairs. Be like, oh.
And I think there's like carrot.
Oh. But also, look, a drawer. And I will
But
look
also
for a trap, I guess.
But also
I'm gonna,
a drawer.
yeah.
Go ahead and investigate for a trap.
17.
There is no trap on this. Whatever trap there may have been, when you put the right combination in,
Disarmed it.
disengaged it.
Okay, I'll open the drawer and see what's outside. The real countess.
No, yeah, a pocket-sized countess.
My little countess.
My little countess.
When you open it up, there's going to be a small silver key inside of the drawer.
I'm gonna pocket it and try not to let anybody see me do it.
That's a sleight of hand.
Yeah.
I'm in the room by this point. I'm at 21
perception
passive.
is-
And
no.
18.
Oh, then you'll be able to pick up on her pocketing it.
Okay.
You can be cool or not.
I didn't see you.
I'm not like trying to necessarily be sneaky, but I'm not like trying to be like, okay!
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
don't
you
think.
don't announce it.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
I'm gonna bring it up quite yet. All right, ladies. I'm not particularly squishy, so I think I think I'll go first, just to protect y'all,
If you
right?
don't mind.
What'd you say?
I'll go first if you don't mind. I have 90 feet of dark vision. And,
All right.
and
Is there light at the bottom of the stairs, or is it
Dark.
totally dark?
It's dark and quiet.
You have your goggles.
Yeah, I've got my goggles on.
I can cast light, but I don't really want to draw attention to us.
So Neris is gonna
Side by side or single file?
Oh, it's tight, single file.
Even with my itty bitty self, I'm not.
I would say
Yeah.
I would say Neris first. Because
Okay.
even with your dark vision
I'd
goggles,
like
it's
to
probably
be
only 6
behind.
feet.
right behind her.
Sure. And
Well,
who's-
wait.
Yeah.
I'm shorter than you are. I could still go in front of you, and you could still see further than I. The one thing I don't want is for us to get trapped in this hallway, and just tactically, the squishy people get squished.
Yeah, I'm not that squishy.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not like. My AC is 15, but I have 72 HP.
Oh, I also have 72, but I've got 19 AC.
I'm not worried about getting swished.
Yeah, you are short of me, so if you
I would
Would
put
you
him
allow that?
first,
If I was in
but you
front of
could
her, she'd
aim
be able to
over him.
see.
That's
however
true,
you want to
because,
march
yeah, I can-
down
I
into
can
the
shoot over
darkness
your
is
head.
fine by me.
Yeah.
You're about to see Carrick walk down there without any of you if you don't make a decision.
Yeah. So I'll go first.
10.
You're up behind me,
9,
looking down.
8.
That's what we're doing.
Got it.
I don't know what the
Third.
teeth I'm gonna do.
I'll be third.
Okay. And this is going to be
All
an
right, I'll take
extremely.
up the rear.
That's going to be a tight fit for you. Like you're going to need to make like a acrobatics or an athletics check. Yeah, for Talia, because it is like really tight. And the holes.
Doesn't that one?
I'm going to say that you start to go and like maybe a fear of tight spaces or claustrophobia waves over you, and you're like, yeah, no, I'm gonna wait up here in case something happens.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
All right.
If anything
Before
pops
you'll
up-
go, in that case, I will pass a bardic to. I'll put a bardic on Hopper because he's at the front.
Is that a D8 for me?
That's a D8 for you.
Well, Talia, I feel so touched.
Talia, if something pops off, can you use magic to get down here?
I could. I do have dark vision, and I have misty stuff.
I also, my
So I-
cloak does give me dimension door, so I could
Spiral
potentially
staircase.
get back up and get her, or run up and
So
then
she can
come
only
back
see
down
That's
probably
if needed.
10 feet.
I do like
Yeah.
the idea
I
of
can get-
somebody staying up here and
I
keeping
can
an
get 30
eye.
feet down.
So
It's a spiral staircase. It's got them sharp, tight angles, so you're only going to have a limited amount of vision going down. Remember that.
Oh, true.
but you could like force your way in and then teleport the rest of the way if it got to that.
Yeah.
So the three of you
Like
are
I could dash and then misty step.
Yeah.
the three of you are going to make your way down with the marching order of Hopper,
Yep.
Neris, and Carrick. As you get down to the bottom of the stairs, you're going to see a metal-studded door that has a keyhole in it.
I just hold my hand out.
Fine.
So the key makes its way forward. The problem is this key looks extremely small for the keyhole.
Oh.
Try it. Just magic. Who knows? And then if not,
If I
we
put
have
the
other
key in,
means.
does it do anything?
It's nothing. It's way too small for it.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
I pass the key back.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
Is it tight enough that we can all squeeze past each other, or is like we're locked into?
You're
Could I
kind
climb over
of
top of-
locked into your marching order.
I can
'cause
thief
it's that
tool.
narrow.
I can use thieves tools, and I am proficient in them.
That's fine. Do it.
I will give it a
I'm not,
shot if
like-
you guys
So
want me
can
to.
I. Yeah.
I can also climb over. Maybe. I don't know. Is there height? Is there room enough for me to be like? Boop, boop, boop.
I mean, Neris is not that tall. She's probably
No,
like
just do
my
it.
height.
There's
You want me to
probably
do
only
it?
like a
I'll give it a
15.
shot. This is like,
probably like a 15.
and I do have a bardic inspiration.
Sure.
Okay. I rolled a 15. Is it worth
No.
using the bardic inspiration
What's
on
your
this?
addition?
It would be plus a d8.
Oh,
But that
wait.
15's the total.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, okay.
What do we think, guys?
Are you committed?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna use the Bardic Inspiration. Cool. 19.
Takes you a moment, but you manipulate the locking mechanism till you hear the click, and it now is open.
I'm getting good at this breaking and entering stuff.
Don't lose that key.
I already gave it back. I passed
Oh,
it back.
okay. Ping, back in your pocket.
And I'm just gonna ever so slightly push it
It's a
open.
very heavy metal door that makes no sound once you open it inward.
Is that odd that it makes no sound?
It's eerily quiet, like unnaturally quiet.
Can we hear each other at all?
In your current position, you can hear each other fine.
Okay, we're not like in a cloud of silence, is what I'm asking.
I would like. She's asking if
I know.
if we're silenced.
Yeah.
I would
From
like
your current
to.
position, you're fine.
Okay.
I'd like to close my eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and I am listening for people breathing.
The only thing you can hear is the other people behind you.
So nothing in front of me.
You can hear zero sound beyond that doorway.
And I will say, Neris is not breathing.
You hear one other person
Since
breathing.
we entered the
Breathing.
staircase.
Yeah.
You guys, you probably watch Hopper do mental math for a second and just be like, wait, that doesn't fucking. Oh, right, she's dead. Okay. And
And I think if you look back up at Neris, it's just like a...
not blinking,
Just a creepy
tilted, creepy
Yeah.
smile.
Yep.
You watch him like, all of the fur on him just goes, just
I
like
hope that at that
full startle.
I hope that at that moment, Neris, you're like, oh shit, and you like remember the look like you're breathing, so you stop startling or
No, she
something.
doesn't. She made the choice to not breathe over stealth. And
She's
it's
like,
hey.
this Hopper guy has been nonstop calling out the fact that I'm dead, so I'm gonna stop trying to
Right.
pretend.
Like, yeah, I don't know that Carrick knows, but it's like right now the stealth of not having a breath when I don't need it is worth more than feigning.
I'm
to breathe.
gonna hold my hand up to indicate to you guys wait 10 feet, and I'm just ever so
Are
quietly
you?
hop in.
And you do. And when you do, you can't hear your heartbeat. You can't hear yourself breathe. And you'll look off to the left, the doorway, and you will see a tangled, haired, that's been kind of pulled back into this loose ponytail, pale-faced, smudged with dirt, human female. Green night dress has been torn and full of dust and dirt, barefoot, and you see her left ankle is chained to the wall with an extremely exquisite looking medal and a nice looking lock. And she is attempting to scream at you, and you hear absolutely nothing.
I snap my fingers.
Nothing.
I just look back at the two ladies in the hallway, and I'm like, talk.
Yeah, you
I'm
hear
like,
nothing.
Neris will walk in.
What the fuck? Like, can you guys, is there
When-
anything?
Yeah.
When you walk in, the same thing. You can't hear anything inside.
I can read lips. What is the prisoner saying?
Help.
Yeah, there you go. Help me.
I walk
Is it the
in
Countess?
as soon as I get.
It is exact replica, or the Countess, the true Countess.
As soon
you
as I
believe.
see that I notice it's the Countess, I'm gonna run up with the key.
Sure. So you all jump into the room. You provide the key. The key will fit into the lock. As this is taking place, you're going to hear upstairs, Talia. You're going to hear boot prints walk across the stone kind of landing where the entryway is. You turn to look, and what you see is this beautiful demonic presence of a succubus, wings kind of crunched back, looking directly at you, and she says, "You just couldn't leave well enough alone, could you?"
You know exactly what I am. I don't leave anything well enough alone.
Good line.
Alright. So,
We're about to get fucked.
Beans versus Faye, baby, gang gang, let's go.
Let's go, bang bang.
I'm a fish person.
I'm a fucking rabbit.
I'm
Okay.
a pirate. Like I'm just out here getting some booty. Like, yikes.
Okay.
so I'm
But we don't know this is happening.
No.
You don't.
And presumably we,
We can't hear shit.
it.
Yep.
No.
So she is going to walk into about this point when this conversation takes place. You can see all that, correct? Got the token?
Yeah.
Perfect. Behind her is a small silhouette, like shadow, that kind of comes to the top, and you see the little goblin female.
Wait, question.
Yeah.
Question for you, if you would let me.
Sure.
If I saw her walking in,
Yeah.
could I pop off a Lehman's tiny hut right fucking on top of myself in front of the entrance?
I'll tell you what.
Like over you and the table and the
Like
entrance?
over me
Is
and
it
the
virtual,
entrance,
though?
like she
No, she
cannot
can
pass
do
through.
Sure.
Do instant.
Let's
Or like if I walk
You
into
typically
the
cast a
office
ritual
basically and
because-
pop it off in there.
You don't
Let's-
have to spend
let's
a spell
do-
slot on it. Just have them roll initiative.
no. Let's do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And if you can beat,
Dex.
it'll be a challenge. If you're quick enough, like quick to the draw, I'll let you do it.
Can I give myself a bardic?
Sure, why not?
He's like,
Okay.
spend your resources. I don't care.
Hey, I've been getting these bardics back because of y'all's fucking nat 20s, so.
True.
True. I like that. True, girl. True.
Ooh, mom. Okay, 17 plus 5 plus a d8.
22.
Where is my d? And that is a 6.
28.
Okay.
Wow.
So what does it look like when you attempt to cast this?
Don't say attempt. Like, I think it's literally her, like, saying the quip that she did, and she, like, walks backward, and, like, that kind of sea foamy, like, mist over the ocean type magic forms around her and
nice.
starts taking the shape of her hut.
As you kind of come to like the end of castings, you're no, wait for me, and your thieves is gonna come flying in. You will cast it successfully as the succubus is like enraged. Her wings kind of, and she kind of goes, nah! Like you really can't hear too much, but then you're going to hear him say, oh, it's Clarifus, like that.
This motherfucker.
But you have cast the hut successfully, and she, being the succubus, is enraged, just flying like straight beeline, punching and clawing at this hut.
I think Talia just kind of gives her a smirk, and it's like a wide, toothy grin that is almost just like uncanny valley
big?
and like a little bit of that fey
Oh, I
shit
hate
coming
you.
through,
I hate
even
you
with
so
the pretty
much.
glamour.
Mm-hmm.
And she just goes with her clawed hand, and it becomes opaque, so she can't even see.
Oh, beautiful. I love it. That makes it worse for her. It's like mental anguish as she's like enraging, and you almost feel like there's some sort of heat emanating off of her.
Jesus.
If that's
Yeah.
even possible.
And we hear nothing.
No, you hear absolutely nothing. So,
Honestly,
because that's a pretty good kind of like, I'm going to transition back down to you guys.
I think if all ladies are in the deafened area, I can't be any use here, so I would have stepped back out
Sure.
to listen to see if I could hear anything going on upstairs.
Does Liamon's tiny hut doesn't mute sounds? No.
It's opaque, but I don't think it makes
It's like
sound.
nothing can come in or out.
It's mute. It's muffled.
Yeah. I'll say you're too far down.
I'll read it to you real quick.
Sure.
Lehman's tiny hut, 10-foot radius, immobile dome of force springs into existence and around above and remains stationary for the duration the spell ends if you leave its area.
Yeah.
9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside the dome with you. The spell fails if its area includes a larger creature or more than 9 creatures. Creatures and objects within the dome can
You
move
guys are gonna
freely.
hate me.
All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. The atmosphere inside the space is comfortable, dry, regardless of weather outside. Until the spell ends, you can command interior to become dimly lit, dark, or the dome is opaque from the outside. Any color you choose, but transparent from the inside. It does not say anything about sound.
Yeah. So you're going to be able to hear.
Yeah, I think so.
What's the casting time on Tiny Hut?
It's a
It doesn't
minute.
matter. It's
It
gonna
is
happen.
8 hours.
Oh, it will happen regardless.
It happens for.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool,
It's,
cool.
it's thematic. It's going
Love
to
it.
happen.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
And then it's up for 8 hours.
Okay, then I'm at the bottom of the stairs.
Yep. But you'll definitely hear some sort of commotion going on.
Oh, I do hear commotion?
Yes, because the sound will go through.
I'm gonna peek my head back up into the deafened area, and I'm gonna go, and I'll take up the stairs.
Okay, that's what you guys see the bunny man do.
I see him do that, but I'm also like helping the Countess up. Like I'm gonna unlock her change.
And as I go up the stairs,
Neris would go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go.
I think Neris, seeing you help the Countess up, would kind of do some hand gestures of like, "Do you have this, or do you need me to stay, or can I?"
No. Go. I'll be right on your tail. Thieves can't.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll also.
Yeah, you would probably, if you're right behind me, you would watch him just drag the blade along the underside of his arm as he's walking up the stairs, and the entire fucking staircase lights up. And the once sort of dark, cold stone blade is now glowing bright white light. And I'm going right up the stairs. I gotta take damage for that.
When you get to the top of the stairs, you're gonna come to that spot to where you see the kind of opaque dome. You will see Talia in there, kind of finishing casting or placing the Leomund's tiny hut.
And it's opaque.
You're gonna be
I can see nothing.
You're gonna see shadow, I would say, or silhouette kind of attacking the walls of this.
Talia, what's the situation? And he's gone like the joking weird.
Wait a minute, bro. You literally ran up a flight of steps, cut your arm, and you're like, "Yo, what's the situation?" Like, come on.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay,
he does.
Okay.
He goes full
Okay.
like the like frenetic rabbit that you've seen before.
Gotcha.
He totally zones in.
Okay.
Like this is like total soldier mode that
Okay.
you see in this moment.
I'm just checking.
Yeah. He's
An
like
athletic bunny.
he's ready for fucking battle.
Good cardio.
Like
Got it.
yeah, he does sit-ups every morning.
Okay.
And squats because he's got to keep those hair legs strong. What's the situation, Talia?
She's an initiative.
Claribus has decided to join us. I'm keeping her at bay until we're done.
And I'm gonna put myself between Talia and the shape that's clawing, and I'm just gonna hold an attack.
It is the fury of a woman's scorn essentially attacking this thing. All the rage, all the screaming and the ranting. You know, come out and fight, you bitch. You know, all these things just trying to egg things on.
I will also say to Talia,
I've been called worse things by lesser beings.
I'll be
than
like,
you, sweetheart.
keep egging her on.
It's just not great.
The
I
moment,
can't do casting.
Sure.
here's what I'll say to Talia: the moment that you see her stop attacking the dome, drop it.
I'll wait for the rest.
Yeah. It's like, basically it's an either or. It's like either everybody comes upstairs, but the moment the succubus stops attacking, drop it, because I'm going after her. We don't want her to go anywhere. If we can help it.
All right.
We can step in and out of the hut.
And
we can just step out, stab, step back in.
I'll just be readying myself
shit.
to drop it.
Yeah. You could stab through
Invulnerable sphere for 8 hours. We keep it. We long rest.
I'm gonna wait for everybody else to get back
So
upstairs.
Nearest.
That's true. We could long rest.
Yeah,
mean,
I think everybody but Talia can step in and out of the tiny hut.
Yep, I think that's right.
So Nearest, you come running up the steps or leave the confines, and you're.
So I could keep it up and keep the Countess in here.
Yeah.
Countess.
Yeah. Keep her protected.
I might be keeping her downstairs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I don't know what's going on up there. I'm just going to say it's probably safest if you stay here.
Oh, yeah.
So that's probably what I'm going to try to impart to her. Like, stay here. I don't know what's going on upstairs. Stay here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll be up.
She nods.
And if it's safe, I'll come and get you. And then I wish I had a potion to give her. I'll give her my water skin to be like, I'm sure you're thirsty. Like, I don't have
She points to her ring, and she says,
Okay. All right. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. BRB. And I'll
Okay.
head up the stairs too.
And you're gonna hear this rage of a succubus just clashing at the dome.
I forgot how lovely silence was. And I'll head straight upstairs to see what the hell.
Yeah. I mean,
She's still attacking the dome?
yeah, the attacking goes on for probably close to a minute until finally it stops.
By the time it stops, I'm sure I'm like in there.
You would have made your way up to all of you are back together.
I guess the moment it stops, we're trying to keep her here, right? Like, she could just fuck off. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I presume
Well, I
we
think-
need to kill her.
Yeah. I think you and me had readied actions to basically, the second she stops, drop the hut, you attack. If the other two got up here and were able to ready attacks at the same point, then so be it. But at least you and I have that ready.
Yeah, I definitely had.
Okay, so I would
Ready.
say
If she
this is like a really good opportunity to trigger your held action. So you can drop the dome and make your attacks if you want to at this point.
Yeah, 1000%.
I'll give you guys essentially a surprise attack because she's not going to see it coming.
Yeah.
So go ahead. You guys can take basically full round actions before we get or dive back into an initiative if it makes it that long.
Cool. I'm gonna try to debuff her as much as I can if you guys want me to go first. Would that be helpful?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
If you want to, yeah.
First attack straight out with the blade, like he's launching like a fucking
So
spear.
you go out before the dome is dropped or the hut is dropped as the like she would be dropping the hut and you just right into action. Go ahead and do your thing.
All right. So first, this is surprise round. Do we get this at advantage or no?
It's just a surprise.
Got it. Okay. That's what I was asking. 16 plus a lot is
hits.
a lot.
It hits.
16, 23.
Mm-hmm.
1d6. She is now at disadvantage.
Okay.
12 points of radiant, 6 points of slashing damage. Oh, I need to roll one more dice. I'm so sorry, guys. 3 points of radiant damage and another. So sorry, 12 points of slashing, 3 points of radiant, and she is afeared of me. And in that moment, he's gonna sort of, as he's catching the blade, he catches it across the shield arm, and he's gonna shoot his own blood into her.
Right.
When he does this, and he's gonna amplify Blood Curse of the Binding. So she takes this, Blood Curse of the Eyeless.
Yep.
So she's gonna take, I take 2 points of damage. She has to roll a saving throw at disadvantage.
Oh boy. What's the save?
14.
What type?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Is it like wisdom?
Amplify. When a creature you see within makes an attack. Oh, sorry. This has to be binding. Not eyeless. 14. DC 14 strength.
Oh, 2 failed.
So she is, for a minute, you guys watch as the blood kind of like goes into her, and then you watch as almost her flesh kind of molds to the earth, and she is stuck in place. She cannot take reactions. Her speed is reduced to 0.
Nice.
And I'm going to come in for that second strike,
Okay.
which is 11
I'd
plus.
like to add on to your, if real quick, I would like to add on to your first attack. I think as you land those hits,
Yeah.
that same kind of like ocean misty stuff like emanates off of Talia and onto you, and through your attacks you get plus 2d8 plus 3 to those attacks, to one of those attacks.
That's amazing.
Cool. So,
That's amazing.
yeah. So second attack is, my second blade attack is 18.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so you're gonna have to tell me that again. I get 1 radiant, I get 1 slashing, and what else do I add to this?
You're gonna get 2d8 plus my charisma modifier, which is 3.
2d8s. Okay, I'll just roll this twice. Okay. That's a lot of damage, you guys. 3 points of radiant damage, another 6 on slashing, so that's another 12. Can you see what that says?
An 8.
An 8, a 13, an additional 13 points of damage, and then your charisma
3.
modifier?
3.
So
Yes,
3.
which is 3.
So how much is that? I did the math. So 16 extra damage of slashing, 12 slashing. Can I do that math in my head? 28, and then 1, or what did I say? 1 radiant damage. How much radiant damage did I
I
say?
think you said 6 radiant damage.
6 radiant damage. Sure.
For a total of
34.
34.
thank you. I knew what it was. I just want to see if you knew what it was.
And I'm gonna take a step back and put myself in between everybody and her.
Perfect.
So I'm disengaging with her,
Sure.
and she cannot take reactions.
Who's next?
I'll go next.
Sure.
I'm gonna bebop around her to get flanking.
Sure.
And I'm going to take out my crystal scimitar.
Yep.
Nice.
Roll with advantage. That's gonna be same on both. To hit is 15.
Does.
Okay.
15 hits.
And so that is 3d6.
And she gets this because nobody's engaged with her.
Yes.
And a d8.
Yeah.
Right?
The flanking?
No. Nobody's engaged with her, so because she's swashbuckler.
No,
she
yeah,
gets,
yes.
She
yes,
gets sneak
correct.
attack.
Correct.
Yeah,
yes.
you get.
Correct.
You don't have to have that.
Yeah, you don't have to have
You're
advantage
good.
because I'm disengaged.
Right. I get a d8. That's a d10. D8 for radiant. I get a d6 for the scimitar, and I get 3d6 for sneak attack. So I need.
Holy
d6.
shit.
Okay, here we go, y'all. Here we go.
Just carving her up.
6.
Yeah,
Another 6.
Mine's
12,
also gonna be bad.
13, 18, 24, 27 points of damage.
Okay.
There are 6 radiant, and then a bunch of slashing or sneak attack damage. It's all a magical weapon. And
How much was the total damage? Sorry.
6, 13, 18,
Math
24,
rocks.
27.
Yeah, thank you. Got it. Okay.
And I don't really think I have much bonus action. I will... Is there any corners I can skulk into and hide?
I mean, you got the map in front of you.
I don't know where I'm at versus where she's at.
You probably would have.
We're like at the doorway.
Right.
Oh yeah, you can take like a couple steps down into the stairwell.
There is a female goblin standing at the doorway, though. Remember that. She started to walk up the doorway when all this transpired.
What, that same one we saw hiding.
You got it.
I
Cool.
will.
Cool.
I will do my best to sneak into a corner and hide.
Sure.
Is Pass still up?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 33 stealth
Beautiful.
to hide as a bonus action,
Beautiful.
and that'll be my turn.
Beautiful. All right. Next.
Would be me.
All right.
So I am
Tear
now
her
gonna-
apart.
Yeah, I am now going to drop concentration on Pass Without a Trace and cast Hunter's Mark on the succubus to add a d6 to each
Nice.
of my attacks.
Love it.
So then I'll step out and kind of just get, where I have angle for the bow. And then 3 attacks. It's my first turn.
Nice.
I can't remember what I had. 22 to hit on the first one.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
well,
doing so.
Yep.
Guys,
Sorry.
we're doing
Okay,
so good.
so that's this one's for Dread Ambusher, so it's an extra d8 plus the extra d6. So it's 2d8 plus 1d6 plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
So 3, 4, 10, 15 on the first arrow. And then
Wow.
2 regular attacks. 16?
That hits.
Ooh,
I
okay.
will just pop this in here real quick. I would have used Brand of Castigation on her as well, which means I know where she is at all times, and anytime she attacks, she takes damage.
Okay. I gotcha.
12 on the second arrow,
Okay.
and third and final arrow. 22 again.
That hits.
8 plus 5 is 13 on the last arrow.
That's 40
Nice.
points of damage.
Jesus
Nice.
Christ!
40.
Yeah, Glimstalker Ranger,
We've
baby.
done.
We've done a ton of damage.
We've
to her.
done.
I did
34.
34.
How's she
more than that.
looking?
She's
I
pretty
attacked
rough.
You did-
Do you want to bring it home and see what you can do?
I might bring it home.
Okay.
We'll see if this is enough. Yeah, we're gonna do. I think we're gonna do a third level. Dissonant Whispers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You suck.
So very
More like
much.
unity.
I think she just like
Rainbows.
all of this is happening.
Sugar.
And Talia has been keeping like direct line of sight with her. still that Cheshire like smile on her face.
Nice.
Love it.
And then her jaw like kind of unhinges a
Nope.
little unnaturally.
Nope.
Yes.
You're so
And
gorgeous
those
is what you're going to
whispers
hear.
start to come, and, like, you're
Thieves.
able to tell
Darling, you're gorgeous.
her tongue is a little too long, her teeth just a little too sharp,
Oh, wow, nice.
I'm glad that I'm facing
and the
away from you.
whispers flood her ears, and all she hears is
A love song.
the
Careless
song,
whisper.
but then also
It's a small world after all.
keep your hands to your celestials
Nice.
and never come against the Fae. And
Ooh.
in a distant whispers, that bitch. Ooh, baby. Okay, hold on. We got
I
5,
love
5, 6, 4, and 3.
Wait, 5, 5, 10, 14, 6,
23.
23.
23.
Yeah, 23.
Okay.
23.
Okay. So as you cast and say these things, you're going to look directly into her eyes as you watch them kind of quiver. Kind of that anime kind of shaking quiver.
Yeah, yeah.
You're going to see a teardrop of blood start to roll out this eye and a trail of this eye. And she starts to say something back, and before she does, you're literally going to watch like her neck just contort and break from the dissonant whispers, and she just collapses.
Nice.
Jesus
Sick.
Christ.
I turn on the goblin.
The goblin...
How about that, Gobby?
The goblin literally shakes her head, and she's like, what the hell is going on?
She like wakes up from a dream, kind of. Hold your fire,
Not a
good,
dream,
but like in
But a
a
charm.
whatever.
but a charm.
Hold on. They might have information we need. I don't think that they're hostile. You fucking with us?
They throws down her weapon. I
Okay.
don't want no trouble. Literally, I don't know where I am or what is going on, is what she says.
Go for help
right.
for the Countess.
Right. Help. And
Go down to Dagon's
she
thing.
does. She goes running. Who's Dagon? Is all she yells, and she starts running down.
I'm sorry, who's Dagon?
Oh, cool. Great.
He's probably another fiend.
Okay, well, she's gonna end up dead because.
So this will conclude our very lengthy one shot. Ladies,
Ooh.
I appreciate
Hey!
all the time. It was a blast.
Thank
Go ahead and
you.
tell everyone who's stuck around for the end of this, kind of like all your info, how they can get a hold of you and plug your show, your wonderful show.
For sure. I'll let Mariah take it this time.
Okay, yeah. Hi, I'm Mariah. I'm one half of Table Talk. We are a D&D discussion podcast that covers any and everything in the space of D&D. We bring on a lot of guests to talk about the parts they're most passionate about, and we love a good ramble, and it's a nice chaotic time. You can find the podcast wherever you consume podcasts at just search Table Talk, and all of our social medias are Table Talk RPG. My personal social medias are Mariah.Gresham, just my name. I'm a fantasy writer, and
How do you
especially on
spell
Threads, I'm
Gresham?
gonna start putting
For our
some stuff
viewers
out
who don't
there.
have your name.
Oh, okay. Mariah M-A-R.
Spell out all of it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Mariah M-A-R-I-A-H .Gresham Gresham. And I'll pass it over to my co-host.
Nice.
Perfect. I'm Alejandra. I'm the other half of Table Talk, literally reiterating everything that Mariah just said. Additionally, you can find me at my personal Instagram at alejandra.wilhelm, which is ALEJANDRA.WILHELM. Long ass fucking name. This is my life. Aside from that, yeah, for real. I have 4 names. We're just gonna gloss over that. But aside from that, I'm also a TTRPG character artist, and you can find that on Instagram at Reyna, REYNA.creates. And yeah, that's me.
Awesome.
Thank you all.
Thank you all so
Thank
much.
you all for
Thank
watching.
you.
This
This
was
was
so good.
amazing. This
If
was
you
so
haven't,
fun.
if you haven't checked out Table Talk, ladies, let me tell you something. Put them on your list. Pop them in your ears. It's awesome. We're Crit Eating Grin. This is the end of our show. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Give us those thumbs up, those likes. And until next time, keep grinning.